Hey everyone, welcome to the DM and Friends. Welcome. We're going to play the front-loaded song that I got here. Let me see. Chris made this song a while back. You know what? I'm going to skip it. How's everybody doing? Welcome to our Monday night live stream. Right now, it's going to be just me. I think Mr. Clark's going to jump on after dinner, a couple minutes. But hey, Freezer, how you doing? Yeah, good to see you. Good to see you. I think I'm streaming with Stephen Clements has got a stream on here that we were testing out. Whoops. Advanced Fantasy Games. Welcome. Good to see you, man. It was fun to do that spot with you last night. Yeah, so you guys we DM Greg and I last night late into the evening, we ended up doing a kind of a quasi interview and talking about his new project. There's a video that was released today, and you guys go check it out. I think it came out today, and let me see what the title of it was. You can't miss it because on the thumbnail it's me and him on it. It's an interview with Advanced Fantasy Games founder DM Greg. Yeah, we went through his new module, and I had a fun time talking with him. So go to that video and check out the link in there for his new Kickstarter, which is it's really cool. I enjoyed reading it. To be honest with you, I wish I didn't read it without playing it first. So that's the only bad thing about that experience, because it's really good and it's very challenging for the players and very old school. So I would have loved to have played in that bad boy, but maybe someday I'll run it at a con or something. DM Greg. So yeah, we got a bunch of you guys coming in here. So Freezer, I see you. Good to see you. Agile Monk. Welcome. Mr. Rourke is here. We need to make a D&D movie like the menu. Okay. Roger Rebids, haven't seen you before. Good to see you, man. Welcome to the channel. Agile says, hello, Angelo. Mr. Rourke says, when a character dies, the table dies, the same death at the table. Yeah. Agile Monk. Freezer, Advanced Fantasy Games. Good to see all you guys. Yeah, Roger Ribs, Rebiz, Rebizz. Good to see you, man. Thanks for jumping on. Appreciate it. Yeah, welcome to the DM and Friends. Yeah, I'm gonna have to kill the stream that is from Steven. Yeah, you know what? I'll just leave it on there. He's probably last night me and him were testing to when he's on next so he can rebroadcast, and it looks like I left it on here. So whoops, Steven, you got a stream on your channel right now. So anyways, so how's everybody doing? This is going to be probably one of the last Monday night streams. I'm not sure I'm going to continue doing Monday nights. I probably will, but I'm thinking about stopping the Monday nights, concentrating on Thursday and Saturdays. So maybe feedback from you guys to tell me yes or no. But I love doing these, love chatting with you guys, love seeing everybody. and definitely appreciate bringing people on and hanging out and talking D&D, talking old school gaming. But yeah, anyways, it's up in the air. Next Monday, I'll be in LA, so I definitely am not going to be doing a stream. Um, Doing a stream next week for Monday nights. I will be doing this Thursday. Who we have actually the head of North Texas, Gary Oliver, will be on. He's going to talk a little bit about North Texas, and we're going to talk some gaming. And I know he's wanted to talk about some new things that. Sorry, guys. There's no way for me to turn this off. Let's see what this was. Okay. Well, it was a page from Dispatch that says a structure fire with no details, and that's a big no-no from Dispatch. And everybody that responded to it says WTF. So, yeah, they'll page another second here. Yeah, Gary Oliver is going to be on next this Thursday, which I'm really I really like that dude. He does such a great job with North Texas. After Doug, passed, he inherited that con and kept it kept it in the same flavor as Doug's ran it. So love to have him on here and chat and see what's what he's got new in store. He had some things he wanted to talk about. So yeah, and I'll be in Vegas on Saturday. So if I'm there in time, I might do a real quick pop in, but I don't know. I might be gambling, so I'm not sure. Let's see what. Hey, Dreg, how you doing, man? He says, "Welcome to others too, and if you're a regular, you missed you. Shout out, but I disagree. Later in the stream, okay. Sleep. What is that? Close on the pronunciation. Okay, Roger Rebes. Okay, so there's the follow-up page from Dispatch. Let's see what they say. Another screwed up text. Yeah, these guys sometimes mess up on there. And everybody, obviously, they respond at WTF. Probably, I don't have the radio on, but probably something is announced there. But yeah, they get the pages wrong. So sometimes. So what I am going to try 2 Saturdays from now, I'm gonna, I'll be on shift. I'll have a 24-hour shift, and I talked to some of my partners there, and I was talking about doing a live stream on there, and hopefully I'll have guests on there. So if I get paged out to something, I'll leave it with the guests, and the live stream will continue, and then I'll come back after being on a call and rejoin the live stream. But I'll do it from my bunk over there. We have at the fire department, we have a kind of an upper area where you stay the night, little rooms, little kind of apartment areas, like probably, I don't know, 8 by 10, maybe, I don't know, probably bigger than that. Rooms, there's 4 of them up there for us. So yeah, I'll do it in the common area. And I think that'd be kind of fun. One of my partners is, dude, that'd be so cool. You should do it. So, so we'll see what happens. Maybe we don't get a call. Maybe we do. So we'll see what happens. But, there's the follow-up. Let's see if they get it right. Nope. They screwed up again. And a triple. Jesus, what is going on with these guys? Hamilton. Okay, here it is. Maker Drive. Smoke is white, unknown. Warehouse, white truck. RV out front. I bet you this is a prescribed burn. Anyways. Roger Reeves, I've heard great things about your CY Con. Another I need to find time to. Yeah, everybody's been talking about that. Are you involved in that, Roger? Let me see. Okay. Sorry, I probably missed your comment, Roger, if you said it. Jeez, these guys. Yeah. Yeah, everybody's tripping out. Let me see if I can turn the volume down. Anyways, sorry guys. What's CYCon? I think that's isn't that in New York, right? Somebody say something about it. You guys all know. Central New York, CNY Con, I think, right? Yeah. Texas Madness Games, yeah. So, couple things I wanted to chat about. Let me see if I can get this off the screen here. I wanted to talk about one of my latest Greyhawk videos I did. Should write a module based on the first responder stories. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yep, I was convention coordinator for CNY. Yeah, so Central New York Con, right? SNY. I've heard a bunch of other people talking about it. It's coming up, right? It's Central New York. Yeah, Central New York role playing game convention. Yeah, God, I'd love to. Man, I wish I. One bad thing about living here in Montana, I'm so far away from all those cons. We'll see. So one thing I wanted to talk about is in my. You guys seen the new series I've done? Kind of my Greyhawk Foundations series. Yeah, there it is. Hey Tim, how you doing? Good to see you, man. June 12th through 14th. Yes. I think that's a week after North Texas. Yeah. So yeah, I just released the video this I'm kind of doing like Greyhawk Foundations for for us that know a lot about Greyhawk, and then for introductions for people that are just getting into it. I done a couple videos on the calendar, the moons. This last one was on the weather and using weather. Kind of Jesus. I can't mute it. Yep. So listen to this, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know how many pages we got, but yeah. So it's a cancel. Get a lot of those, and there are people just burning trash and stuff like that, and somebody will call in. Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, we get structure fires here for sure, but yeah, that one it seems like it's yeah, our chief just canceled it. All units can cancel per 634. Yep. Anyways, yes, Greyhawk EMTs. Little CWA, good to see you, man. Thanks for jumping on. Love that you're here, man. So anyways, if I can stop interrupting myself. Part of the foundation series I'm doing for Greyhawk, and I know that I love the setting, like all of us do, and so I was compelled to do some videos on, and I wanted to start out with the foundation, like the climate, the calendar, the moons, the weather, and then I'm going to get into some of um, some of the areas, and then I want to do some of the gods and talk about that kind of stuff, and just kind of build on that, foundationally. But yeah, I wanted to talk about how to how you guys use weather in your game. I'm kind of and for Greyhawks, which is really great. There's tables and stuff where you can generate it, or I've heard people where they say, whatever the weather is outside, that's what the weather is today for our game. I think that's awesome too. But Yeah, I just kind of gave a couple examples of ways to to do the weather, because I'm kind of into that. When I start my sessions, every single session, I announce the weather, the time, the date, the moon phase, and I think that kind of adds a little bit of flavor to your to your game. And anyway, so what's neat is you got, so I went through, I don't know if you guys watched the video, but I went through the folio, which was, let me come over and grab this. I went through the folio, which is really just very high level on the weather. There's a, God, these guys, this is the worst timing. Let me see. Admin. Jesus Christ. Anyway, sorry. I have a feeling it's going to go off more and more. I'm going to sit on it so I can muffle it. Anyways, so yeah, I kind of went over, I like the simplicity of the folio. Even the folio kind of had some days wrong and stuff for the calendar, and then it was corrected later on. And then Dragon 68, this got a copy of it right here. They go into it where he really expands on it, and then I think Dragon 68, this issue actually turned into What's the Gold Box. But yeah, let me bring that up real quick. I'll do it a little later. But anyways, those of you guys that can get a copy of 68, it's got a really killer fold out section here. I don't know if you guys can see this. Yeah, you guys can see it. Where you can almost use it as a DM screen, but this gets really, really in depth. It's titled "The Weather of World of Greyhawk." This is actually a really good issue because some of the Greyhawk gods were started. I don't know if this was the first one. I can't remember, but anyways, this guy who did this article, David Axler. Dude, he went super in depth on it, talking about the latitude, longitudes, distance in hexes. It kind of uses the same table that the folio used, but really kind of expanded on it. Terrain effects, high wind effects table, wind chill table. I mean, this is way crunchy for me. But neat stuff. I mean, we like tables, we like stuff. So special weather phenomenon. Yeah, I might bring this up. I got the PDF loaded on over here. I might go through it and bring it up. Maybe when Chris goes on, we were going to talk about using weather in your games. But yeah, another really killer part of 68 is if you look on page number, yeah, 63. I can't remember if this was the first in the series, but I know there was a whole series on the Greyhawk gods. So, and these I'll be going over these at some point. I know a lot of other people have already, but Celestium is one of the gods that, and this was an article by Gary Gygax too, and this was in December '82, so we know what happened really shortly after that. There's Elona's in here too. Let me see. Tritherion. I've always kind of thought he was a cool god too. But yeah, this is one of the many Greyhawk gods issues too. I think 60. I can't remember the other one. I have to look it up actually, but maybe one of you guys know out there. Flint Fireforge, good to see you, man. Can someone help me reminder who was doing the Kickstarter with the cool art print you get with the pledge? Okay, so that was, and I'll bring that bad boy up if you guys would like. That would be the Lost Tomb of Kashkuk Mott, the Undying. And let me put the link in there for you guys for this. I don't know if you can click it, Flint, but you talking about this one? This is Advanced Fantasy Games, DM Greg's Kickstarter. Let me share my screen real quick. Let me see. Flint for AM. Thanks. Yeah. I want to say it's, are you talking about this one right here? And Flint, I just did a video on video with Greg last night where we went through this. I think this is the art piece you're thinking of right here. I have a physical copy I could be bringing up. I don't know why I needed to share it, but yeah. This is, yeah, you guys go on there, you guys, and pledge for that. This is this is DM Greg's first Kickstarter ever. And I've read the module. He was gracious enough to send me a copy for me to check out. And we did a video last night that was released today where we kind of dove into it. And you guys, it hits that old school feel. This is the print you're talking about. Oh man, I gotta stop my share real quick. Let me see if I can do this. Yeah, here we go. This is the print you're talking about, probably. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. And he was telling me, he told me in the video last night all about the artist. And this is an Italian, which obviously I love because I'm Angelo, I'm an Italian. And I think he did a really good job on this. Look at that art, guys. And you know, and I'm not going to go through all the art inside of it, but man, he did all the art inside too, which is really cool. This is his module, fold out, great illustration art in there. I mean, look at that stuff, guys. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Let me see here. Yeah, this is his Kickstarter. And he's got 3 backer levels in there. Yeah, go on there, you guys. And that's the guy. Look at that. Look at that mug. Yeah. Here, look at that guy. Yeah, he did a really good job. And you know, go back, watch the video, and definitely definitely support him, guys. Definitely support him. Chris is going to jump on here in a minute. Let me see here. Grim Reaper looking thing. Yeah, the Grim Reaper is really cool. That artist is good, man. He's up and coming artist. And he yeah, I think he did a great job. I think he did a really good job. All right, I'm gonna have to let this turkey in here. He'll be running that at EggCon too. So all those of you guys that are going to EggCon, try to jump in his game. I know he's got a couple seats opened up. So yeah, check it out, dudes. Super cool. Oh my God, what happened here? My screen just blew up. Oh yeah, Agile Monk gifted 5 memberships to Agile Monk, you're the best, man. Thank you so much. Thank you, Agile Monk. One of the biggest supporters of this channel, man. I really appreciate it, man. And you guys, if you've never got a chance to chat with Agile, he said, stand up, dude. Stand up, dude. Stand up, dude. Yeah, Chris, I see you in there. Yeah, jump on, man. Do you have the link? So Misha 76, Mishima 76 received a membership. Great old ones channel. Nice. I like that name. That's pretty cool. Great old ones channel. You received a hero membership. Coco BRPG, you received a membership. Red Pepper John received a membership. Red Pepper John, and oh my god, I'm gonna mess up the pronunciation of this one. Check this out. How do you pronounce that? Phileas Canius 0 received one too. That's super cool, man. Yeah. Thank you so much, Agile. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. That's really cool. Yeah, you guys, if you choose or you dare, you can become, number one, please everybody go on to this video and hit like. Okay, and that's number one. Number two, become, subscribe to the channel. I mean, I put out content all about Dungeons and Dragons and Greyhawk, and we do live streams. We get all kinds of crazy people on here. It really means a lot to me. Subscribe to the channel. Number three. So that was 1, 2, and then 3. And if you choose and you want to kind of join the community a little bit more and show me some support, you can become a member of the channel at I think it starts at $1.99 a month. All those proceeds go right into the channel to help me keep this, keep the DM and friends alive. So please consider becoming a member. Love for you to be a part of that in all those levels. So whatever you choose. Okay, so let me see. H. Hardy Cross MP, Agile the Goat, the greatest of all time. Yes. Inner City Games Design. I do not. You do not what? It is always the same? Question mark. You're talking to me, and I don't know what you're talking about, but let's see. What is he talking about? I have no idea. Remove source. Okay, there we go. All right. You're always welcome at my table. Mr. Rourke, he says, you are always welcome at my table. Agile Monk. Yeah, so and I gotta ask you guys. So trying to figure out what, because I have three different membership levels, right? So the lowest and entry one is the hero level, where you guys see the perks in that, and you're and everybody that's a member or above will be a part of and I want to talk about what module I'm going to do this month, the module lottery giveaway. And then we have the superhero, right? And if you choose to do more, and then you also have the Lord, which Lord level, the fighters Lord, name level. Trying to figure out what's some cool things to do with that. And I was thinking, I don't know, I gotta brainstorm, and maybe I gotta chat with some of you guys about this. So we'll figure it out together. Have some ideas, and it has something to do with maybe running games, doing stuff like that. So, all right, let me see. Chris is here. He's got a cigarette in his mouth, and he's coming on board. Are you guys ready for this, dude? All right. He's shaking his head. He can see and hear us, but he's not on yet. But anyways, so tonight, yeah, we want to talk about weather in your game. We want to talk about. I do want to talk and make an announcement of what the next module is that I'm going to be doing a drawing for this month. If you're a member or above, or if you're a member of the channel, you're going to be a part of that. Which guess what, guys? I did the drawing last month and nobody claimed it. So that sucks. So I'll figure that one out. And Haishka 8H8P, good to see you, man. Thanks for jumping on, dude. Yeah, so let's bring Chris on. Let's see, everybody hold your breath. Hold your breath. Here he comes. Here he comes. There he comes. Oh, what?
Well, not me, not everybody else. Okay.
Yeah.
I keep forgetting that you like to exclude me, from everything.
Oh, yeah. Well, I got it. I can only take you in doses.
I honest to God thought it was 7:30 and I was early.
Yeah.
I lost an hour somewhere today.
You're right on time. I was just babbling for, X amount of minutes, 30 minutes, just babbling.
Yeah, well, but I should have been early. That's it.
Yeah.
Have you ever had a day where you lost an hour?
Yeah, usually on what is it? Daylight savings?
Yeah, okay. No. Yeah, I'm on Alzheimer's savings time. So
Alzheimer's savings, yeah. Yeah, so we got a lot of people in here right now. We got man, yeah, I don't know if you've been watching, but yeah, we got advanced
for 10 minutes, but yeah.
Advanced fantasy game, we got Agile Monk, we got Hardy Cross, we got Haishka 8H8P. I mess up names, sorry guys. We got Mr. Rourke in here, Inner City Games, who's now in here. Yeah, Freezer's here. Yeah. So cool. So cool. So yeah, guys. Whoa, Advanced Fantasy Games gifted 5 more. Oh my God, the screen's blowing up. What the heck?
Okay, he actually submitted some really cool stuff already for Castle Wolfman, by the way.
Yeah, yeah. I want to talk about that too, also. But let me recognize this that came in real quick. Yeah. Advanced Fantasy Games. DM Greg, thank you so much for gifting 5 memberships to everybody here. By the way, guys, go on there and watch the video. This is DM Greg he's a good dude and he's got a great product and
he writes really well.
And he writes really good and he knows old school D&D.
He does.
He knows old school gaming. That module, old school. Check it out. I'm gonna create the little QR code where you can scan it, go to his thing, and let's back him, guys. Let's make this, let's get this thing successful for him. All right. This right here, this module right here. It's a tournament module. It's stand-up stuff, guys. And I don't just say that about anything. Yeah, I want to see more, to be honest with you. So, but anyways, you just gifted, oh my God, I'm going to destroy this name. Try to figure that name out. Theadius Ashtarashawesh. Yeah. Anyways, you are now you got received a gift of a Euro membership. PSC Aglonian 3. I'm going to mess these up. Joe the Lawyer is now a hero. Joe the Lawyer is here. Good to see you, man.
I thought I saw the
Dungeon Damsel. You were gifted a membership. And Dread Maps. All right. Well, thank you, man. Thank you, Advance. Thank you, DM Greg. Appreciate it. Yeah. So yeah, he submitted something to Castle Wolfmoon too, right?
He did. Yes. 2 somethings actually. And I told him, Greg, I've been telling everybody, for God's sakes, you only do 1. Okay. And he's like, well, then you'll have to pick which one. And I couldn't, so I'm going to use them both.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. And I got mine all written up, and I feel like it's very verbose for me, so I need to break it down a little bit.
You worry too much. Am I that critical?
Yeah.
And yes, probably, but not in a bad way, am I? I don't holler at people.
I'm not saying that. I'm just thinking it's a lot of words.
Does it sound better this way? That's all. That's all I do. And if you say no, Chris, stick it up and then you won't finish that. But then leave it the way it is.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Stick it up your, what, Chris? You're taking it or not. You're taking it whether you like it or not.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Anything for you, Angela?
You're very welcome. Yeah.
Well, and actually these days, anything for Greg too. Damn. Woo.
Yeah. Yeah. You got a couple people in here that are going to be a part of
Yes, indeed
the
we
castle.
do. Indeed we do.
Yeah, I think. Yeah.
I was working on the ritual of the Goldeneye map because I will prove to you, at least when it comes to dungeon maps, I can hold my own. Okay.
Okay. So I will. Let's do this. I will trust but verify that your dungeon maps are good.
Well, you'll
How's
probably
that?
still be like, well, what about this? And then I'll have to fix it. It's all right.
Yeah. So how are you doing? What was your day? What involved in your day? I got a haircut today, by the way. What do you think?
Well, which one though?
I
Oh, the
got
one on the left.
I got
Over
a
from the center.
hair plural cut. So all of them.
Okay. What did I do today? I took a couple of events downstairs from PhillyCon, finally, from Paige. Yeah, I finally put them away. They've only been in my dining room since January. The big ice rink and whatnot, for instance, but sitting on my table.
Okay, yeah, because they're not taking submissions yet, right? For Paige.
No. Well, I haven't put them in for Game Hole either.
Oh man.
And that's like this week.
Slacking.
Yeah, that's this week. So
yeah.
But EggCon's in and North Texas Con's in, and we're good to go there. And then I worked on that, and I did dishes, and I washed the kitchen floor, and yeah, a bunch of housework.
Yeah, I did Agile. I got them all cut. Yeah. Maria does a really great job.
Yes.
And by the way, you guys, yes. Maria is Italian too. So I just wanted.
Yeah. Maria.
Not that I'm biased. But,
Santa Maria.
Yeah. That's my hair lady. She's amazing. Props. If you're ever in Helena, Montana, go to her shop. I wanted to chat with you about using weather in your game today. So I just did a recent video.
I did. I gave you a bunch of kudos on it, and I was being very sincere. People
really?
way too much. Well, dude, I just wrote an adventure that is based around the weather.
Yeah. Well, Cataract's got the whole flood thing at the end, or at the beginning, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I find that weather's not used in a lot of stuff. I love using the elements. I love using that kind of real world.
Well, you'll trip up the thieves every time if you reduce their abilities in a rainstorm, but you should. It's harder to concentrate on picking a door lock when it's pouring on you. I mean, by the same token, the city guard is a lot less likely to see you picking a lock in the pouring rain. I mean, there's both sides of the coin, I guess what I'm trying to say. But
Yeah. In that article that I mentioned in Dragon, he even says in the beginning, you can port this into anything, and it referenced and I know I referenced Wilderness Survival Guide, which I feel is way too crunchy. Did you ever get into Wilderness?
I didn't keep mine.
Yeah.
I loaned it to my son, and I don't expect to ever see it again, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I actually won that at a Winter Fantasy Con hosted by TSR when there was one. A TSR, I mean,
I think I have 3 physical copies of it.
They're not hard to come by, I guess.
Yeah. But they're
why is this in such good shape? They all are,
Yeah, but it's a tough book to get into, I think. But yeah, let me bring this up. Let me see if I can bring this up here. Yeah. Well, what's tell me about
Matthew.
Tell me about Cataract and how you utilized weather in that.
So you have now pursued the group of wolfwares that you discover has kidnapped the king's daughter. You're trying to get the king's daughter back. Okay.
Yeah.
And they want to use her in a demonic ritual to bring their demigod into the prime material plane. Yikes. Okay. Yeah. So she's not going to feel really good if the ritual goes through. There's not going to be something to return to her dad. All right. So you go chasing on after them, and they found this. They had an escape tunnel that they collapsed behind them, but the idiots are, well, that's convenient, Mr. GM. Except, of course, they're not smart enough to dig it deeply enough. And so when they collapse the tunnel behind them, it leaves this trench that points right at the castle. So it's not hard to tell where you're supposed to go. All right. And so you're pelting along to try and get to the castle before the sun sets, because you really don't want to go to a castle full of lycanthropes, after the sun sets. And as the day goes on, a rainstorm keeps getting worse. And finally, you decide about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you know what? The heck with it. We're going to camp, because you're only about halfway there. And the weather has slowed you down because you're trying to keep an eye on the path so that you don't wind up wandering off into the woods somewhere. And keeping an eye on the path when the rain gets heavier and heavier is more difficult to do. All right. So you form a camp, and about 4 hours into your campsite repose, you discover that it's really not just another storm. It's a full-on hurricane, because the storm surge comes ashore about 20 feet tall and sweeps your entire camp away.
And it takes all your stuff too.
Oh, yeah. Well, the fun part is, and I love doing this to characters, so I'll confess that, but you lose 90% of your stuff, except for the one guy who happened to be on watch. He's allowed to keep like 80% of it. Okay.
Yeah.
It's only, did you manage to hold on to your backpack? And that's an iffy situation, but you can. So you can wind up with 100% of your stuff. They almost never do. All right.
Yeah.
Everybody else gets to grab one thing, because that's all the time you have from the time you're awakened until the time that you're overcome. And so you're still a pretty advanced level character. It's set up for 7th through 9th level if you're playing first edition. But you don't have but you have your wits still, and you have enough hit points to take a few hits, but you don't have armor, you don't have weaponry, you have your brain, and it's time to figure out how to get where you're going. Yes.
Yeah.
And I love those. I do. I'm a nasty DM.
Yeah, I like that, because you start off that adventure, and he's talking about an episode of Castle Wolfmoon that called Cataract, right? And you ran it a couple times. I ran it once at North Texas, and basically the opening scene of the module was this. What would you call it? Deluge?
Storm surge.
Yeah, and literally you're screwed by it because of it.
Yeah.
Let me
comes in taller than the trees in which you're camped under. Yeah.
Let me jump to the comments here real quick. There's a couple highs in here. I do want to say hi to Dungeon Damsel. Good to see you. Thank you for jumping on, and appreciate you chiming in. She's somebody said something about DM Greg says, are there any games where it rains bourbon? Well, I wonder.
Well, usually the ones I'm GMing, but not in the text. Not in the read aloud box. It's And
I like this response from the Dungeon Damsel saying it's raining booze, hallelujah.
I think she's singing it though.
Yeah, probably. Mark the Shark is here too, man. Good to see you, dude. Appreciate it. Yeah,
he's the dragster.
Yep. Good to see all you guys. And Mr. Rourke says, bye everyone. Okay, you got a jet. All right, man. That's my buddy Fred. Good to see you, and thanks for jumping on, Fred.
You'll be excited to know, I think Eric and I worked out his submission today too, Mr. Potter and I.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And those for those of you guys to know, he's one of the guys in our one of the longest players in my campaign. He's probably been with me for 11, 12, more than that, since early 2000s. So he plays the bard in there. So yeah, he's a great writer too, man.
He is.
Yeah. He's done a lot of stuff. Eric Potter, a lot of you guys might know him. He did a lot of entries for Petty Gods. Have you ever seen that book?
I have.
Yeah.
Do you want me to reach to the famous shelf again? Do you really? I mean, come on.
Well, yeah, mine's way back there somewhere. But there's one monster in the Petty Gods book called the Puddlegeist, and it's a puddle that's a poltergeist. Pretty neat. Yeah. But maybe we'll mess around with that someday and go through that book. It was. God, I don't know how many years ago that came out. If any of you guys know when
I think it was 4 years ago, dude.
No, it was way longer than that.
Really?
Petty Gods? Oh,
it came. Okay, I came by my copy because I judged it in the Three Castles Award. Unless there's more than one book by that title.
This one right here.
Yeah, that's the one. That's maybe 5 years ago.
I think it's older than 4 years old. Let me see. Let me double check. Yeah, copyright 2006.
Really?
Labyrinth Lord, yeah.
Wow.
The advanced edition came out in 2009.
Okay.
Yeah, this was a while back. Yeah.
I'm older than I think.
He's credited in here for doing a bunch of. Yeah, you guys can never. I don't know if you're really gonna. This is kind of a tough thing to find, but it's really interesting if you want to just grab one of these weird gods or weird beings and throw it in your game. I've done it. Pretty cool. Yeah, that's kind of hard to believe that it's been around that long.
Well, if you're traveling on the astral plane, it's always good to have a few gods nobody knows.
So here's a question from Mark the Shark. Petty Gods is amazing, Drake says. Yeah, I think it is too. I think it's a really
It was a good book. Yeah.
So question, if you want to save wear and tear on my first edition stuff, would Osric be a good substitute? So I have some insider knowledge on that. So Osric version 1.0, and this is from, I wish I had DM Greg on here because we had this conversation last night, actually. Osric version 1 is probably the closest to first edition AD&D. Yeah. I don't own any Osric anymore. I think I actually sold my first edition copy a couple years back.
I have a bag for it
because I have AD&D. You know what I mean? But yeah. So, anyways, that's my take on it. So, if any of you guys have a different opinion on it, please. Yeah, but I was told and have experienced that Osric 1E is probably the closest to AD&D. And I think that comes from Matt Finch even said that too. So, yeah.
Well, Osric has weapon spec, but so does first edition. Well, 1.5, if you will, too.
Yeah, in Unearthed Arcana. Yeah. I
don't generally play it either. If you're a warrior, you have a list of weapons you can use because you know how to use them.
Yeah.
The magic user's list of weapons is truncated for first edition. Why? Because they don't train martially. You know, it's not because they don't know which is the pointy end of a sword.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, for me, the reason why I don't use weapon specialization, because you have first level character, a first level fighter that, and let me just, I knew that Greg was going to chime in on this, but let me come back to it. The reason why I don't use it in my campaigns is for weapon specialization is because of this. Then you have a first level fighter who already has an advantage over all the other players, as you know, they're Thaco,
as for fighting, right? Yeah.
And they have multiple weapons that they can, they're a fighter. They should have the edge. Now you add a weapon specialization on that, and now you have a fighter who is literally almost a +3 with their weapon at first level. In some cases, if they min-max it well enough, you know what I mean? I think it's a plus, you can get it up to a +2 or a +1 or something, whatever it is. But I don't see the need for that. And sure, I mean, I think that's on the way of, to me, that's on the way of really heroic players and characters and play. You know what I mean? So sure, is it fun? Okay. But I think it's just kind of unnecessary for first level characters. That's just my take on it. So, and I might be a jerk for it, but that's just how I play it. I use it, and I've used it for many, many years, and then I'm like,
When I was working with Gary on the Legendary Earth books, I would game test them with a group, some of whom played third edition, some who played first, and some who played Legendary Adventure. I could run the game running all three systems simultaneously and giving the different, here's what you need to rolls to 3 different sets of players all at the same game. They're really not that big a deal difference-wise. They're not.
Yeah.
It's a little bit of math extra. That's it.
So I'm going to bring this up because this answers the question a little better too. So Ozark is a resource for writing first edition materials. If you want to save your first edition books from wear and tear, buy a second set. Seriously, buy a second set. Yeah.
Or third or fourth, you know.
Yeah. I'm not super familiar with bye.
Good night.
You guys
I'm not super familiar with Ozark because it's at 3 now, right?
It has a few things that are unique to it, but not. It feels like first edition to me playing it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm not super familiar with but I am familiar with first edition, but in advance, he also says, but it's more than a resource. People now use it as a system for play. Yeah. Hive 90th percentile alignment. This is my understanding, but I'm still learning. Yeah, I get it. I totally get it. Drag says the nice thing about AD&D 1E Player's Handbook and AD&D 1E DMG is relation to the craft of the game, in addition to the tournament dominant rules, where even some fair was skipped over. Okay. Why things like Garrett's appendix exist. Yeah. Greg, I always can count on you, man, to bring these obscure, great viewpoints, which are spot on.
Don't hate me for saying this, Angela, but some of those weird appendixes he's got for like siege engines and things, we used to call those GGRs.
GGRs.
Yeah. Goofy Gygax rules. Why is that in there? Who cares? Just keep turning pages. You'll get to the good part again. It's about
So Blair Blur is in the house, everybody, and she started it out strong with a super chat. Who is the fairest lady in the DM and Friends? You know what? I can answer that question.
No.
It's not Chris Clark.
Okay, good point.
It is the one and only Blair Blur.
Oh, you are such a kiss ass.
He is the fairest lady.
Nice
in the DM
guy.
and Friends.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you so much, Blair Blur, for the super chat. I absolutely appreciate it. 100%. You're the best.
Are you going to give her a cape for that?
We got to do something for her. From what I understand too, guys, Blair Blur has never, she wants to play D&D, has never played D&D, never rolled a dice in her life. She's looking for a dungeon master. Is that correct, Blair Blur? We're waiting.
Inquiring minds want to know.
We want to know. I mean, that's what she claimed on one of the chats. So on one of the live streams.
I mean, if she's coming to Dallas and you haven't played before, I would be more than happy to take your Dungeons and Dragons virginity from you.
Maybe we should start. No a crown. I don't know what that means. Speaking of fair guest. Yeah. Thanks, Blair, for being here. We should start a GoFundMe to get her over to so we give her a ticket. She has to go, and then we inundate her with games and introduce her to
make her play Aldrand, because that's the map I'm doing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So she says I can neither confirm nor deny that statement. Okay. Okay.
Because she was made to forget. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So weather in Greyhawk. Do you guys use weather in Greyhawk? Give me your stories. Chime in on the chat. I kind of wanted to go over this really quick, and I'll probably let me re-enable this. One thing about this article, and this is 68 in the DMG, in the DMG. I'm sorry, in Dragon.
Right.
In creating this system, I often felt much as inferior decorator, owing an immense debt to the architect for giving me a place in practice my skills. He's talking about Gary Gygax.
Right.
In this case, of course, the architect, Gary Gygax, who I must thank not only for the AD&D system, but also for opening his personal world, Greyhawk, to the public. It was the modules he created and set in the world, especially Glacial Rift in the G series he's talking about, that at first caused me to recognize the need for a weather system that could be consistent in the AD&D rules. But so this is what possessed him to write this article. And I think that they pulled a lot of this in the gold box, or as I know he pulled some of this from the folio. But he gets this guy right here. What is his name again? Oh, it's on the next page. Yeah, right here. David Axler. And this was from December of 1982. Let me see. Oh, Death Angel Shadow. Hail all, he says. Hey, thanks for jumping on, man. Okay, I'm going to miss some of these comments. Blur said, I think it's a great idea. She does. I don't need a cape. I'm already a superhero. Wow. Okay. What if I just skipped to the part where I become a DM? Okay. Let's do it.
I think you should game a little before becoming a DM. I mean, you got to learn to walk before you can run, you know.
Yeah. Walk before you run. Exactly. I will say, and then Mark the Shark says, in my use of weather is why my gang almost always refused to get on a boat. Yeah. That's a really great comment, dude. That's super funny. Yeah. Mark the Shark, you're the best. Blair, in every good fun gamer, there is an excellent DM. Yep. That's what Drake says.
True.
This article, and I do recommend you guys that are lovers of Greyhawk to read this, because he gets super crunchy with this. He talks about Earth's year is 364 days long, close enough to Earth's solar year cycle. Talks about changes in latitude and longitude. I mean, this is super crunchy, but we like crunchy, right? So distance in hex is 30 miles, bring you 1 latitude, or actually 0.42 distance in latitude. I mean, super crunchy, super crunchy. Gives you where things are in the map, where they are north latitude, what hexes are on. Pretty cool there. Baseline data chart. I think this is the fold. No, this is one. So this is literally the same that is in the folio right here. So the months up here, the temps, the chance of precipitation, which is really easy. You start, let's say Fireseek, right? What's the base temp, right? The daily high, 32, right? Plus 10 or minus D20, and I think you guys right now are in the game are in planting, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So planting's, I think, considered spring. I could be incorrect. I'm always incorrect. Phases of the moon, astronomical phenomena. This is really cool. So if any of you guys want to get into that's in here too. I won't read it because it's too much. Here's a continuation of that chart. Coming down here, determining the weather. He tells you how to do it. There's a percentage chance of being extreme record lows, highs, etc. Super crunchy, right? Super crunchy. And then wind speed. I've never used wind speed in my game.
Not a lot of your
never had it really do anything. I think there was one episode in my current campaign that I'll come back to this, where I said it in my last video. I stopped the group in their tracks because of this this huge snowstorm. And so you guys had to hunker down for 3 or 4 days, if you remember. And I think you were in the game at that time, right? Yeah. So really, the only real kind of thing about this episode, and you guys having to hunker down, and the ranger having to light fires and do stuff and kind of get you guys in warm areas.
Well, and make sure we weren't getting stalked.
Yeah, it was a resource drain on you guys.
Oh, sure
and
it was.
I think you guys felt that resource drain. There was, because I remember before you guys got to the area you were trying to get, you guys were counting rations.
Do you remember?
And that raised the bar for you guys.
Do you remember me catching a raft of, let's just say, excrement last week? Why do you have a create water spell? What's wrong with you? Can't we get an extra cure light instead? No, because you will die of dehydration.
Yeah. And I play that way as a DM. Like if you're out of water, when we stop, you're using a ration, you're doing all that stuff. You think I think that players and DMs skim over this a little bit. Even a 50-foot corridor in the dark, in torchlight, you're not going through that in 2 minutes. You know what I mean? Unless you're really going fast and you're making a lot of noise. Generally, you're gonna tiptoe through it. You're gonna go
a little faster if I've still got fine traps on.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If you got fine traps on, you'll go faster. But if you if you are kind of going like, being cautious because you don't want to make a lot of noise. Things echo. Things, you're gonna walk down like an alarm going down
You should also, and you don't, which is very nice for us, but you should also have us be surprised more easily if we're rushing. In other words, it shouldn't just be on a 1 or a 2. It should be on 1, 2, or 3.
Yeah.
Add 1 to your, or subtract 1 from your die roll because you're rushing through here. You're not being careful. That's the other thing. Clerics have like 1 good attack spell, and if the weather's wrong, you're not throwing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no flame strike in the middle of a thunderstorm.
Yeah.
So if I'm playing a cleric, I'm always cognizant of what the weather looks like.
Yeah. Yeah. I do that too. If the group's not, stating that they're being careful and quiet, instead of it being the wandering monster on a 1 or a 2, on a 1 on a D6, whatever system you use. I've seen it one on a D8, 1 on a D12, whatever. I'll bump that up 1 and I'll say it's now 1 and 2 on a D6 or something like that. Do you play like that?
And if you've ever been to a Ren Fair gang, the guy in plate mail doesn't sneak up on people.
Yeah.
If you're really lucky, he doesn't wake you from a sound sleep.
Yeah, where's Steven tonight? See how squad misses him. Yeah,
and Drake, exactly.
I talked with him earlier. I think he's got life things he does on Monday nights, but if he jumps on here, if anybody wants to jump on tonight and chat, you're more than welcome to. Just send me a little quick text.
Everybody thought I was being a naysayer last week because I said I don't think we're going to get an opportunity for a rest, guys. So we might as well dispense with it and just try and get through.
Yeah,
a little more wits and a little bit less relying on magic.
Yeah. So the last Thursday of the month, guys, we're gonna get the gaming crew on here and debrief for the whole month of. It's usually 4 or 5 sessions, and Chris is one of them. A couple other people are going to jump on from the gaming group. We're going to talk about it. So these things that he's talking about, you'll probably be more tuned into. He's referring to the last session we had where, God, what happened in the last session?
We tried to rest. And
tried to rest. You were unsuccessful. Yep.
Yeah. Well, we got interrupted twice, and I just said, "The heck with it, guys. Let's just go."
Matthew Sherman.
And
Matthew Sherman,
two of us
welcome.
Are diseased. And there's no time to even get an extra cure disease to get us out of it. We're going to have to just hope to get through before the disease overcomes us,
Yeah. Should let Steven know that the thing is streaming on his, But, well, and this is a good question for you. because you game with Gary, you knew him.
Yeah.
How was he on weather?
He would only give you the weather if you asked. Now that doesn't mean he didn't keep track of it, but he wouldn't announce it. You would have to ask. So if it was, gee, gosh, I'm going to call lightning would be somebody's, okay. Did you want to ask, if it's at all overcast today? Because it's not. It's bright, sunshiny day, not a cloud in the sky. Good luck, but he would keep it as a little surprise because it was your job as the player to ask.
Yeah.
You did not receive information without an inquiry.
Did he ever get in and did he ever use weather against you guys when you're playing? Do you recall?
I mean, that's a tough call. He gave us a sleet storm once where when we were trying to climb the side of a mountain to get into a cave to start an adventure. And yeah, a couple of the guys slipped and got damaged. I mean, and they were, are we ever going to get to the actual adventure tonight, or is it just this? Wow, yeah. Matt, sharp. Matt, it will be great seeing you across the table, baby.
Which game did you get it? Which game on Sunday morning?
I can check which one Sunday morning. Hang on.
Yeah. Put it in the chat if you got available, Matt. Well, he'll tell us. Yeah, I think it's a pretty important thing, and just that one example. It's a great tool for the DM to drain resources, and that's.
Sunday's Algrand.
Oh, okay. Well, congrats for getting in that game.
One small hint, because you tuned into the DM Angelo and Trent show, and that hint is you will discover that Algrand is abandoned and has been for many centuries.
He said dwarves.
Yes.
Yeah. Freezer says, I am designing a lot of stuff simultaneously. It's a lot. All right. Good for you, Freezer. Look forward to seeing what you got going on. Yeah, so I want to bring this back up one more time. I just want to kind of show how freaking crunchy this thing is here. Yeah, so this article gets into high wind speed effects, no effect, all travel slowed by 20%, torches will be blown out, sailing difficult. I mean, wow, look at this. Really, really in depth. Wind chill. Yeah. I mean, that's a factor too. That could be a factor. I mean, if you want to get this crunchy, you mentioned the G series, the Glacial Rift module. I mean, that comes in there. He also got into, in this article, the terrain effects and tables. If there's a special weather phenomenon like a windstorm or earthquake, and what those do, I think he kind of gets into that. Mountains, windstorm, rock avalanche. I mean, yeah, you don't even think of that too.
We were attacked in Gary's game once by a Remoraz. I don't know if you're familiar with those. Yeah. And it was like 20 below zero out. And it actually did more damage because we were already chilled to the bone with its ice attacks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I guess you could say Gary did use weather frequently. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
He was a very cosmopolitan DM. He used everything.
Yeah.
But he also gave you credit for everything. I mean,
Standard weather tables. Look at this. Woo!
Do they have
a lot of stuff here? A lot of stuff. Super crunchy. Super crunchy. Special weather phenomenon table continued.
Oh, wait, right there. Tsunami right there. Oh, you just passed it. There it is. Cataract right there.
Oh. Yep. So wind speed increase plus 5D duration. Yeah. Wow. There's a lot of thought went into this. Woo! Flash floods. Look at that. That could also be part of cataract. There was a flash flood in the beginning. Yeah.
See note number 8.
Yeah. Appendix. So yeah, you guys check this article out. I mean, it's a little hardcore, I think, but
and I did yell at him for the 9-point type. So did Jim Ward.
Yeah.
Because we're old guys, we can't read that 9-point type.
Yeah. So let me see what we got here. It looks great for Moby Dick module, trying to kill the whale, but the crappy storm and the boat is falling apart. All right. All right. Yeah. Freezer, we will have a blast tomorrow night. Ooh, what are you guys playing tomorrow night? OA, TSROA. Drag, the events table schemes in TSROA are amazing. Yeah. I wonder how they might be inflected,
which is another way of saying affected, but yes.
Yeah, by weather conditions. I don't know. It's a good question. So yeah, that's weather for me. I just wanted to kind of show that. Just check that out. If you get a chance, definitely get a chance. Check it out.
Before we snuck into the slave stronghold, I gave some serious thought to waiting for a horrible storm to sneak in under cover of the storm. Because it's a lot easier to do that. There aren't too many guys with eagle eyes peering into the 6 foot visibility storm to find you, even if you're scaling walls and whatnot. But it's also more difficult to scale them safely. If only we could have found some giant beavers to eat through the palisade. I don't know.
Yeah. So I do have a question for the group here. Sticking with the, I know that the last module I was for last month I was going to do a copy of. It was a basic module. So this time I think I'm going to do one of these two right here for the module giveaway. So we have, and I'm going to ask you guys. So let's have you guys tell me which one you want in the lottery drawing, whatever. So we have I2, which is Tomb of the Lizard King. This is a great module actually too. It's play copy of this. So what do you guys think about that? So, and then the other one I was thinking is I can do Assassin's Knot. So which one should I put up for the month of April? Which one? Somebody say it in the comments. The first one to say it, I will put it in stone, and that'll be it. If you haven't yet, that's an instant win.
Yeah, haven't seen anything yet.
That's an instant win. Yeah, there's so many in here. I got to go and make sure they're complete. I don't want to do something that's not complete. All right. So which one do you guys want me to put for the contest or whatever we want to call it?
I don't get a vote.
Okay, so we're gonna do Assassin's Knot this month. Okay. All right. So Assassin's Knot. All right, that'll be the one. I'll do a video on and to announce it, and there it is. And that's all. Somebody said green one. Yeah, we'll do L2 this month, and that's all Dreg's fault. So I would be happy to win either one of them. Yeah, they're both good modules. They're definite play copies. They got markings in them. The person that had these before me did some writing and stuff in them, highlighting. So yeah. And if you get it and you already have a copy and you don't want it, just pass it to another DM or a player, or, pass it on. So, and the only way that you need to be a part of this drawing is just it's for people that are members of the channel. And the very last live stream of the month, I'll announce it, and we'll roll the dice like we did last time. And yeah.
And then he'll look through his collection of embarrassing pictures of people. And oh no, I'm kidding.
Yeah. So let me get a little sticky note, and I'll put this on, and I'll write the word April on it. All right, April.
You know who April is, right? She's the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles girlfriend. No, I'm sorry, that's a different April.
Yeah. Okay, it's gonna be right here, guys. Boom, right next to Petty Gods. Oh, I said I'm leaving, but I'm back. I know I never said I was leaving, but I'm back. Well, welcome back, Blair Blur. All right, well, Another cool subject, and now let's get deep.
Uh-oh.
You and I, let's get deep.
Sure.
You and I did a live stream a while back and talked, and we've talked about this subject too before, but I did a short on it, which it did really well. I think it had almost 2,000 something views.
Pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, when you were talking about burying the hatchet for stuff. You mentioned specifically the relationship that at Gen Con, remember, with Gary Arneson.
Right. Yeah.
What was Arneson like? You knew him too.
He was a fun guy. Yeah. Well, yeah. And now, okay. Just to preface this, I would know. I knew Dave Arneson, and I knew him, and my wife knew him actually as Captain Dave.
Okay.
Because we would run into him the Wednesday before the show would really kick off, but everybody was already in town having a good time at the Gamma Trade show, which in those days, which would have been, when did I first run into him? Like 1989. Okay.
Yeah.
At the Tropicana. And we sat at the piano bar, and I saw he was looking a little bit, I don't know, probably just jet lagged, but he looked a little down in the mouth. So I said, "Can I buy you a drink?" And he said, "Sure." I said, "Well, I need to know who the heck you are first. I'm wearing a badge. You're not. Who the heck are you?" He said, "I'm Dave Arneson." I was like, "Oh my God, Dave Arneson, the Dave Arneson." He said, "Well, it's more important for you to call me Captain Dave." And I forget, he was captain in something, whether it was private boat but it was a ship of some kind, or whether he was an ex-Navy guy. I can't remember. But so after that, he was always Captain Dave. And we just hit it off because we started talking about, well, he said first, he said, "Aren't you the kid they busted for writing D&D modules and putting for use with AD&D on the cover?" And I said, "Yeah, I'm that kid." He said, "Why did you do that?" I said, "Because I didn't know any better at that time."
Wait. I didn't know that about you. Tell me about that.
Oh, I thought I did tell you about that. Okay.
No.
So in 1982, I had put out the Inner City box set. It was doing okay, but in order to make it to Origins the following year, we needed a cash flow bump. So I sat down with my friend John Wanigas, who is with us no more, and we wrote something called Pitfall 1, which was this dungeon entirely made of traps, which was how we were going to be the tree.
I know that module. Do you still have a copy of that?
I have two.
You have two. So basically you have one because the other one's mine, right?
They go for about $2,000, and it's a piece of junk for $2,000, frankly.
Yeah.
But I write a lot better than I did.
Well, they're very rare. So,
but they're very rare. Yes.
Yeah.
But some of them were good traps. Let me give you. Okay, here's a good standard. So I did this with Dave too, and I said, "Dave, let's see if you can survive my favorite trap in the whole dungeon." He said, "Go ahead." I said, "All right." There's a short staircase down, and below you, level with the floor, but 10 feet below you, there's a room of completely naked, unbelievably powerful looking men. They're all barbarians. And they tell you that if you are willing to leave all of your goodly possessions behind, right down to your clothing, they will let you pass unmolested through their room. But you have to come out the other side naked, completely naked. No, not so much as a copper piece to your name.
Yeah.
And so what do you want to do to get past this room? Well, this is halfway through the dungeon. So if you do wind up coming out the other side with nothing, living by your wits for another 7 encounters is not good odds. All right.
Yeah.
And so what would you do, Angelo? How would you get past those guys? And I don't know. You got a +2 sword. You've got a shield. You got banded mail +3. You probably have about 800 gold in mixed coins. Okay. Maybe a potion or two, probably some other minor magic.
Would my character think it's an unwinnable battle?
Sure, of course it is. There's 100 of these guys.
And then I would run.
So you go back up the stairs and say, "I'm done with the module, but thanks for playing." Okay.
Well, I mean, do I have to fight it?
Well, no, but if somebody else gets past it see, this was a tournament module originally.
Oh,
so if someone else gets past that room, your team's going to lose.
Yeah.
There's actually a very simple answer to that trap.
I don't know. Maybe I'd try to parlay with him and ask him, "Hey,
sure, go ahead. You parlay and you ask him what?
You're a nice guy. Can I just go around you?"
Well, yeah, if you leave everything that you own here, sure. You don't understand. We are so greedy that we've been condemned.
Just leave my gold?
Well, we're so greedy we've been condemned to this fate. And unfortunately, we're so greedy we can't afford to let you have anything because we're just that greedy.
Wow. Well, well, you don't want this old rusty sword.
I do. I really do.
It's horrible.
It is. It's terrible, but it's better than what I got, which is nothing.
You're not even going to give me a charisma check on this?
No. No. Nobody in the audience has any clue.
Okay, how about the bard starts singing and maybe he charms them?
Yeah, no. He'll charm 10. He charms 10 of them. The other 90 go, yeah, go ahead, give it a try. Go ahead, try and pass through. Go
ahead. Yeah. By the way, Skull Spotter, thanks for jumping on from Rumble. I'll look for you on there and I'll follow you back. Thank you so much.
So and again, greediest men in the world, cursed to a fate worse than death, to live forever, just to try and acquire one more item like that. And so they're going to take all your stuff. You know, what do you do? Yeah. Well, the simple answer is you take one copper piece out of your coin bag and you throw it in the middle of the room.
What do you think
they do?
A gold piece? Could you do it with the gold piece?
I wouldn't spend that much. What do you think those guys do for that copper piece? They tear each other limb from limb in order to be the one guy who gets it. And so now when you get done, there's one guy with about 5 hit points left who's bleeding severely from open wounds, and you can probably take him out with your +2 sword.
Yeah. Matthew Sherman, take care, man. Thanks for coming in.
And we'll see you Sunday, Matt, at NTRPGCon.
Yeah.
You're gonna love the door.
I think Matt, you're gonna jump on my Boot Heel game too. I think you and I talked about it. So yeah, I know you couldn't get in as of yet. Still try to get in on I think the 15th of April is when he's going to open it. I'm not sure. Gary will be on this week, this Thursday, and he's going to announce. He's going to say when he's going to open up and be able to. The other half of the games, he's going to open those up like they normally do at North Texas. So try to get in still, but yeah, you have a place at my table, of course. I'll make room for you. Yeah, that's pretty ingenious. That's pretty good. That's a thinking game.
The whole thing is thinking traps. It is.
Yeah.
Some of them are a little bit more mechanical. Some of them are a little bit more intuitive. But yes, it's all.
How did you get in trouble then?
Because I put on the front cover for use with Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. See,
what happened then? Well, what did they do to you?
Well, that's trademark violation.
Oh, but I mean, did they put a cease and desist
letter? They did not. They said, sell out what you've got because it's a really cute adventure and we're hearing a lot about it and we love you, Chris, but don't print anymore. And I said, okay, I won't.
Oh, now, the stupid thing is the one that says for Dungeons and Dragons probably is worth a lot more.
The stupid thing is they came to me the following year to do that whole don't do this anymore. And by then we had Pitfall 2 out, which was another traps dungeon. Yeah. So anyway. And Pitfall 2, there's only like 12 of them that sold, and they came to me and said this, and we just took them off the shelf right away. So I actually have about 6 of those left. I just don't know where they are. They're in a box somewhere downstairs.
Got it.
But those are even rarer. I mean,
those are even rarer.
Yeah.
Did you say rarer?
I only have 5 left because one of them is yours, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say that. I don't understand why you didn't. Yeah. Well, yeah. Good boy.
I'm just looking to see if it's up here somewhere.
Probably not.
I just saw it the other day. I don't know. What's this? Oh no, this is another old one. It's okay. Yeah.
Arena.
The game of hand-to-man combat for any miniature figure 28mm you happen to have. It's basically a way to balance characters against one another so that everybody has an equal chance. And I don't know.
Hickey, or is it D Hickey 5919? Welcome, man. Good to see you.
Yeah. There's just piles of stuff everywhere right now. Although I did find this map to recreate from. See that's the full scale original Ritual of the Golden Eyes map.
I like it.
So
here, hold it back up.
It's extensive. Yeah, it's extensive. And no, I don't have a file I can send you, which is why I was glad I found it.
Scan
because
it.
There is no file for this right now. And so I'm creating one.
Scan
I'm
it.
creating one.
Scan it and create a.
I don't have an 1117 scanner.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm just.
Does anybody on here have an 11x17 scanner? I have one here. If you want to send it to me.
Yeah, but you're a rich guy or something. I don't know. It's, you know.
Not a rich guy.
You got like two pennies to rub together and call your own.
I have a scanner that my now ex-wife left, so that's why I have it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
You sure that won't burst into flame when we put it on there?
Probably. Well, that's a printer scanner thing. I don't know. I use it, but yeah, it is a pretty cool map.
Well, we printed them on parchment. You'll notice. So I mean, you know, good Lord, you know. That's what passed for quality back in 1997, sometime back then. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whew.
So continuing on that thing about the Gen Con kerfuffle, I think, or whatever.
Yeah.
Do you think? So you don't think the hatchet was buried, huh?
No, I don't. And I don't know. Okay, first of all, it really wasn't my business to poke into, so I didn't.
Yeah.
Why they were so much at each other's throats, what actually had been said that caused the final rift. But for God's sakes, you know, money comes and goes, but friends, God, are forever. You know? I kept trying to impress upon Gary that money's only something to worry about when you don't have enough to keep the people off the phone. Other than that, don't let it run your life. You know, good God.
Yeah.
Have it. Spicoli said it best, right? Because he's Italian, right? Okay. Yeah. Have a good time all the time. You know, whenever you can. If you're not having fun, you're doing something wrong. So,
yeah. So, have any of the submits that you have, any of them stood out? You're like, whoa.
One of them needs a bit of work. Most of them are pretty darn good. The one that I really liked came from, and this one will impress you. I'm going to take a minute and really actually dive into it because I was very impressed with it. How can I put this? He obviously read all the material thoroughly, which a lot of people aren't. But and that's okay. That's not the end of the world. I mean, you know. But hang on one second. Submissions. And where is it? Was it Marcelo? Was it Marcelo? Nope, it was not Marcelo. I thought it was. I was wrong.
Yeah, I have to kind of brush up the one that I have and make it kind of not condensed, but it's verbose. The magic item that I created.
You mentioned that you thought you had put together a rather wordy explanation.
Well, the reason why I think that is because there's history in it, and I don't know if you want.
I do want history.
Okay, so then I'm gonna leave it how it is.
Yes,
I'll send that over to you. What's the best way?
Here it is. It's from James Panarella.
Oh, okay.
And it's Blade of the Arm. It's a magical rapier. Okay. Now, you know some of the backstory. Our listening audience does not. The Arm is the guy who runs the Thieves Guild.
Yeah, the Thieves
Guild.
That
is extensive enough and the Thieves Guild is known as the Hand because the hand serves the arm. Okay. But it's extensive enough that the king that runs the big country there in which Castle Wolfmoon is located, and no, he doesn't run Castle Wolfmoon, but the king uses them as basically his own personal CIA. He lets them get away with a few things that are as long as they stay below radar, right? But they do investigations for him. They'll do thefts for him from, so-and-so is raising an army to conquer our kingdom. Do you think you could pull his crown of power so that he can't command anybody? That'd be great. Thanks. But the arm is called the Arm because he only has one. He lost his other arm.
Yeah, he's one-armed. Yeah.
Right. Okay. So the blade of the arm is the blade he lost when his arm was cut off.
Got it.
This is so cool. And I'm not going to tell you exactly where. It washes ashore somewhere where you might find it. Okay. It adds a whole bunch of things to Thieves' abilities, little bumps to like hide in shadows and things of that nature. And it can give you a dex depending on the situation. But if you wear this and you have a meeting with the arm or the hand, he's going to recognize it. And I don't know if the character is going to be smart enough to realize that, right?
Yeah.
So they'll be like, oh man, yeah, we found all this cool stuff. We're going to turn it into the arm because he promised to trade us for this and that. And then you walk in wearing his rapier and he's going to go, where'd you get that?
Wow.
Yeah. And he packed all the lore in there and how it got lost in the fight. And it's awesome. It's just very awesome.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah. James Panarella, thank you.
Yeah, the thing about this Castle, the Wolf Moon world, Castle Wolf Moon world, there's a lot of lore to it. So there's a lot for you. People can really, that's what I kind of thought too, and I kind of double clicked on that with the thing that the first thing that I created. The second one, we'll see, but yeah, it definitely dives into it gives the hint of this is where it came from, and this is why it has this piece of crystal on it, and the hilt, and or the thing, or the whatever.
I'm very big on things having reasons for being, and no, I never got that into the dragon. I think I submitted one article, but I didn't write it as well in those days. I did get the article in this thing by Goodman Games, and basically it's. If you add reasons for things to be where they are, you increase the verisimilitude, the believability, the immersion factor enormously, because it makes sense to everybody what's going on, even though it's a fantasy world with impossible things going on.
Yeah.
But when it all links together, it's that much easier to swallow.
Yeah, if you tie stuff into lore, it makes it more believable, number one, I think. And it also, it gives I like, because you play in some of my games. So I like giving a hint of lore, like, okay, this is, maybe attached to this. And then the players usually make their own kind of connections. And sometimes they're totally wrong.
Oh, right.
But that's the fun part of it. And the other fun part of it too is sometimes I'll be like, wait a minute, I didn't even think of that. That's a really good idea. And I'm using that. And
I'm sure you probably muscled through the 12 pages on the history of the guys who actually built the castle.
Yeah.
How much of that information is going to actually get to the average player? And you know what? 5%? Maybe?
Yeah.
Generally probably, 0.
Yeah, very low percentage. Yeah.
But it lets you know when they do things that are innovative but unexpected, what the response ought to be based on the history that's behind it. It makes the DM job that much easier if you understand the surrounding circumstances.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
It also makes when you give the players points A, B, and they come up with C, D on their own, those are the nights you remember. Those are the best, most awesome games you ever play. Yeah.
This there's a couple things in here. One thing Dreg said, I'll come back to you, but Freezer just said something interesting, which he says lore is difficult because it's just backstory and should serve a place, but players don't care. Well, I think that's a DM problem, to be honest with you.
My players either can live or die depending on how much they know going in. And
that if you don't stress the fact or you provide the lore, they can run with it. I think generally players do care. Maybe at a con game they might not, but a campaign, oh God, they care, and they should.
And Matt signed out, right? Matt's not on anymore.
Yes, Matt signed out. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. There's a fountain in Allground that you find.
Oh, but he might rewatch, just so you know.
Okay. There's
usually.
The second fountain you find, instead of spewing forth water, when you activate the fountain by approaching it, it spews out were-rats. And they just keep coming and coming and coming. And there are ways of defeating that. Like you can totally obliterate the fountain eventually. Yeah. But you probably can figure out why it happens because you've read the backstory.
Yeah.
Yeah, something has died underneath the fountain and been trapped there. and its blood has infected all the rats in the area.
Yeah.
And so they come spewing out the top, right?
Yeah.
And I won't go into more detail than that. But the other guys are going, what the hell is this?
Yeah.
If they've done some of the research, or they found the Fang Tome, or any number of other things have happened, they have some inkling and can remove curse or whatever it is they want to do and cause it to just stop. Or get in under the base and get rid of the thing that's causing it to happen.
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh man, look at this. We have an intruder. We have an intruder. Intruder alert. Intruder alert. Intruder alert.
Freeze me. Oh, there he is.
Intruder alert. Intruder alert.
I thought the neighborhood went to shit when Chris joined. Now it's totally.
Yeah, now it's really bad, dude.
I mean, housing prices, right down.
Yeah. What shirt are you wearing there? Let me see. I think you might be backwards. Yeah, you are backwards. Let me flip you.
How can I be backwards?
There it is.
Mother Murphy.
Mother Murphy is. I graduated from ISU, Illinois State University. Mother Murphy's was a head shop when I was in college, and it's still a head shop.
Wow.
So did they have the campus casino down there when you were down there?
I don't remember a casino, but I do remember.
Oh no, it wasn't actually a casino. It was just a beer and pizza place. But it's called Campus Casino.
My youngest bought this for me a couple years back when she was going there, so I figured I'd wear it. I'm in my pajamas. That's what you get.
I love it, man. And so, is that how you watch the show? Is you're in your pajamas?
Tonight I was hoping to get some sleep. It's turned out to be one of those super sessions, 3.5 hours.
I'm shining on for Jeremy out in Hawaii tonight. So
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
We got to get Jeremy on here too sometime.
He's been super unbelievably busy, but yes, you should.
I bet. Yeah. Death Angel Shadow says, "Hail DM at DM Greg." Yes.
Shadow. What's up, man?
Yeah. It's interesting, and I just noticed that. So, you and I recorded. I mean, I've said it already a couple times. You and I recorded that video I put out today last night, and we were having such difficulty with bandwidth or something. It was really weird. But look at this. You're coming in super clear. I can read everything in the background.
Right.
What the hell happened last night? That was
beautiful
so weird.
Rosetta on the wall behind you.
Yeah. Sorry to zoom in on you. There, let me do it anyways. Yeah, let me do it again.
Apologize to your audience.
This is DM Greg. There he is. Look at that. That's so strange. We tried everything. We ended up recording it on Zoom, which I'm not a huge fan of. I mean, I am a fan of Zoom, but this is obviously the preferred format that I like to do it because I just got more control.
Right.
But that was so weird. Anyways, you look great.
Thanks, man. After having very little sleep, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I was going to. I was hoping to ask Chris about an update on Castle Wolfmoon. Like you said, you're pulling together a bunch of folks. Last time, what was it? We did that marathon session last Saturday, not this past one, the one before. And you were pulling your creators together and getting the contracts.
I got them. We have.
He's done with the contracts. Yeah.
Yep. The contract portion is done. Thank God. I think it's 40 on the nose, but I'm gonna double check to be sure. Contributors, and I saw Harold. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I saw Harold Johnson stepped up.
Harold joined.
Yeah.
Frank Metzer joined up. Kilbane. Yes, I can't think of his first name.
Yeah, Pat Kilbane. Yeah.
Yes, Pat Kilbane. Thank you. Also said yes, which astounded and delighted me, of course. There it is.
He is a stand-up dude. I really, really like him.
Just some fascinating. We have 41 contributors total.
That's awesome.
41. Wow.
Yeah. So I get my work cut out for me. I was telling Angela today I'm working on the Ritual of the Golden Eyes maps. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to mentally remember what your submission was because it was good. You had the ring and the armor.
I had the ring of many images and the light dwarf, the what was it? The light dwarven power mail of old.
And I believe in the submission we talked about them being gifts to the dwarves for a portion of the lore that I know. Freezer's like, I'm going to take notes. Drake's like, I'm taking notes. I'm going to find out this stuff ahead of time. That was given to the dwarves as gifts for the skill with which the secondary part construction of the castle was completed. And so they are in the throne room, hidden in a special sequestered area that you can only find out about, of course, from the ghost of the dead king. And you can only find out about that if you solve his quest.
Okay.
But he's a great guy. The ghost of the dead, Darkon makes an appearance in Richard of the Golden Eyes because even though he's dead, he's not gone. So yes,
dead but not gone.
That's right.
That should be a T-shirt.
As little CW would say, okay, he got some unfinished business. Okay, unfinished business. You bet.
So I was just going to pop right in and say, I'm getting a sense that there's a lot of new material this year, right? 2026 could be a super solid year for the gaming industry with a bunch of third-party publishers, stepping up and delivering some good product. I mean, Dungeon Damsel, Chris, I'm going to, my module, right? I'm just going to say it. Other stuff too. And you have a bunch of creators on your channel, Angelo, that pop in and, I'm hopeful. I'm very optimistic about this being a super solid year for the gaming industry.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. There's definitely a lot of cool things, and I'm really happy that I've had the opportunity to bring people on like you. Not Chris so much because I know the guy. I've known him forever.
But you got me hooked up with people like Greg, which is awesome.
Yeah. I mean, that's really what, and I've said this before, that's really what this channel is about is just kind of getting it out there. And I'm not going to call you a small publisher, Greg, but you're starting out. So, if you get your voice comes out a little bit more because of, what we're doing here, and that's a win, man. Total win.
Don't forget my daughter.
I love it. And
my daughter works for the IRS. And as far as the IRS is concerned, you're a small publisher. It's okay.
Yeah. They maintain a small name.
Yeah.
No, but what I mean is you're just starting out, and I'm really, really looking forward to the next one. We talked about that a little bit last night. Like I'm looking forward to that, and I don't know if you know this, Chris, but he's pulled a lot of this from your campaigns.
Sure. Of course.
I think that's pretty cool. And you got a really cool idea about the next module, running it at other cons, leveling up those characters. You know what I mean? I think that's really cool. You'll get a really good.
My own personal campaign, dude. Yes, it all builds on itself.
Yeah,
right. It's the only job you want to get up in the morning, 5 mornings out of 5 mornings, and go to work.
Yeah,
Well, I think I would say probably the majority of GMs that run games pen a lot of their thoughts and their ideas.
Yes.
Yeah.
But getting it from that rough format and that deliverable into a written, comprehensible format that someone would publish, that's the stretch, right? That's the hard part. And once you get past that, getting an artist to draw a picture and make it what you're looking for, there's conversation, but these artists these days, they're just so talented. I mean, it's like Chris, you're dealing with 41 contributors to Castle Wolfmoon. You've got the resources there to pick and choose what you want and what you're not going to use, I would imagine, right?
Well, except I'm going to use all of it. I didn't invite anybody so I could tell them no.
Right.
I'm not that guy.
Well, you told me no first. You said no. You said go back and redo it.
I asked you to make a few little changes. But no, this is about everybody gets a chance to shine, and you know what? The fans will weed out those who don't quite have exactly what it takes to make it. But I don't think that's going to be a lot of these folks. I didn't invite people that I thought were those people.
And that's what I said to Angelo. That's what I said to Angelo too. Is I followed his channel. I just came across it one day right around, it was probably the October, November timeframe. And I saw it and I just sat back and I said, I like his style, right? He's just laid
Thanks, man.
back. He's real. And it's old school, like D&D and gaming. You guys, there's no subject you won't cover. And it's just, I think your audience loves it, man. The folks that I've invited to join and the folks that are here, dude, you're doing a great thing for the community. So
yeah, and it's only going to get better and better. You know
That's
what
right.
I mean? We're going to do more and more. And you know what I think is a real big win too is I've had the opportunity to meet so many great people on here. You know, including yourself. And I mean, Mark Terramino. We were talking about him. You know, he's
signed up today. By the way, I got his contract back today.
Oh, did he? Is he out of the hospital yet? You know, I haven't texted him.
He's in better shape, but he's not in good shape.
Yeah, I know he even told me, he's like, give me a couple weeks. I got some, you know, I was texting back and forth with him pretty frequently, and then he went in the hospital, and I checked on him a bunch of times. But yeah, that reminds me, I should shoot him a text, see how he's doing. But stand up, dude, funnier than shit too.
Yeah.
I mean,
I did find out today that my friend who wrote a role playing system called Avanadia is back in the hospital. He's got a septic foot.
Oh my God.
And by the way, you're in really good shape, Greg. Don't lose it. Get out every day and break a sweat doing something. Because, man, everybody else I've ever worked with wound up with diabetes and winds up watching themselves die by inches, you know? It's just
right.
terrible.
Well, you know, morbidity is still 100%, right? Last time I checked.
But you know what? Die in a car crash racing somebody at 160 miles an hour, dude. I mean, yeah.
Wrestling a shark,
you know, scrapping down with a wild boar, something.
Right.
Having sex with too many women at once. I don't know, something, you know. But not a little bit at a time like that. Oh my God. What a horrible way. And it's all just sitting at the desk for too many hours a day, drinking soda and having snacks, you know. That's what got Jim Ward, I'm telling you. He would not give up McDonald's. Not to his dying day would he give up McDonald's. So.
I do McDonald's once a year.
I can't even do McDonald's. Oh my goodness.
I did McDonald's recently and I loved every bit of it.
That's right. There's an addictive element of that food that just wants you to come back.
See, I can actually eat Burger King twice in a row without feeling ill. So,
you know, I just went and did my annual, and my doctor, he's a super cool dude. And I got all I do the big panel, you know, like pay the extra money and do the big panel, and I even got my testosterone tested, which is the first time I've ever done that. And you know, it's crazy with the testosterone test. Literally, they're going to charge me for the machine that tested it because I broke the machine. It was so crazy. Like I'm like, they just called me and they're like, dude, you broke the machine with your blood test. And I'm like, we have to charge you for it. I'm like, well, let me see if my insurance covers it.
And you never get a sore throat in the winter because you just wrap it around your neck and it keeps you warm. I understand. Yeah,
I was going to say, is this still a PG channel or are we moving forward on it?
It is a PG channel.
I was just talking about a scarf. What were you thinking?
But anyways, so my doctor said, he's like, you know, I'm 52, right? And he says, yeah, your numbers are like a 20-year-old. So I'll take it. Yeah.
Which numbers were they? Just the testosterone?
No, all of it, everything. Yeah, all of it, all of it.
Well, I did switch to Turkish cigarettes this month.
Oh, did you really?
Because these are terrible. These are awful.
Yeah, I gotta stop doing this crap right here. When I picked this up a month after my wife left, and I need to get rid of the whole.
Well, yeah. Anybody thinking about taking up smoking out there, just don't. You'll have a Ferrari in the driveway instead. Believe me.
You know, it's funny. I don't know if you guys know Theo, the guy that does the talk show, and he was on with Joe Rogan, and they were talking about vapes, and he's like, he's like, you know what? Every single, vapes suck or whatever they were talking about. It. I don't remember exactly how Theo was saying it. They were talking. It was so funny, but he was like, it's only that first hit in the morning, and then you're chasing that same hit the whole fucking freaking day. Why did I just say the F word? See, I told you.
Because you're just a bad man, okay?
But he was talking about it, and I'm like, God, that's so crazy, man. I wish I had the willpower to just. But it's probably like cigarettes for you, in the the first one in the morning.
These are terrible enough. I'm down to a pack and a half a day already, so we'll see if I can't just keep pushing.
Yeah, I used to smoke for many years, and I quit, and then this last year,
Well, the busier
I need to get rid of
more I do.
Maybe I need you guys' help. So I don't know, but I want to bring something up. But yeah, enough about my health and smoking and all that stuff. I want to bring something up here. I didn't get a chance to play this. I do want to bring this up. I want to
look at that cool thing,
and I want to see if this comes through because I dig your video. Do you mind if I play it?
Play it.
You got to hit that thing in the middle, Angelo.
No. Do you mind if I play it, Greg?
Oh no, I don't mind at all. No.
Okay, here we go.
I'm on.
Hi everyone, this is Greg with Advanced Fantasy Games. Appreciate you viewing our Kickstarter today. I have in front of me our first publication, The Lost Tomb of Kazkut Mott the Undying. It is a 28-page adventure module from.
Wait a minute, that's how you say it again? Say it again.
28-page adventure module.
No. The name of the mod. The name of the
Kazkut Mott the Undying.
Okay, there we go. Kazkut Mott the Undying.
Hard C, hard K.
Our first publication, The Lost Tomb of Kazkut Mott the Undying. It is a 28-page adventure module from cover to cover. It is also full color on front and back cover. In this module, there's a whole bunch of goodness wrapped up in there. One, we have a separate body from cover, no staples involved. It was a little bit more expensive, but we do feel it was well worth it. We also went with the classic format where you have text box for the GM to read to the players, 2 columns per page. We utilize a 12-point font so it's easier to read. And also we have GM notes that follow each of the text boxes. So it's an easy, consistent read and delivery for the GM.
It really is.
This module actually was written with tournament play in mind. We wanted to deliver to the market a 4-hour or less delivery module that you could take with you to your next convention. You could use on any Wednesday night at the game shop, or you could use and fit right into your homebrew campaign that you're running today. So we met all of those criteria. This was play tested in 4 hours or less. This was written to be delivered in that time frame as well. It has been proofread, and as you can see, I'm holding the first printing in my hands.
That's the one you have.
Super excited, and we are so happy with how it turned out. Just the rich colors, the consistency, all the artwork is AI free. It is all original from the artists. And with that in mind, we brought to the market what we feel is a super exciting, fun adventure that you and your friends will love to play. So we have our print run going now. We are setting a June delivery, and therefore, if you choose to back our Kickstarter, and we hope you do, you can rest assured that we will have these products delivered in the month of June, and they are ready to go. So with that in mind, thank you again from Advanced Fantasy Games and myself to you. Game on, have fun, and thank you for your support.
Dude, should I just throw my money at you right now? The love that I'm feeling.
Hang on your money for the next one, Greg.
You got that face for TV, man.
I don't know about that, dude. Dude, I've got a few
form a new publishing company, and he could be the front man for it. It's doing all the TV interviews and things.
Yeah, very good. Oh, we're getting some comments here about smoking. I do want to say
it's a stupid habit. It is. They're not wrong.
It is a horrible habit. So you guys, this is the QR code.
Yes.
And I implore. What's the right word? Implore, is that work? Is that a right word for this?
You have to finish the sentence for me to know.
Bag.
Yeah.
Grovel.
Yeah, not beg, not grovel. I would say I have read his module, and I actually was very impressed. And I'm not trying to blow smoke up your, you know what? Scan that code, go on there, and back this project. I will say this too, is the quality of what you've done too, and the fact that it's removable and it's super good. So it's not just something stapled together and blah blah blah. It's a kick butt product you put together. So go to that, scan that, and let's support this dude.
Angela, the word you were seeking was beseech.
Beseech. Okay, beseech will work. Yeah. Let's go to the comments about smoking, because we want to get Chris to stop smoking, and me too. So Agile says no smoking. Much better ways to destroy your life and waste your money. Yeah, I'm going to try that.
Sure there are.
By the way, Agile, I'm going to be in Vegas this weekend, so I'm going to try it very hard. Okay.
To find another way to Okay.
There's plenty of ways down in Vegas. Plenty of ways.
I'll be there Saturday night, guys. COPD. Yeah, I know a lot about this being in EMS. We a lot of our people, the calls are for COPD. Emphysema is never a heavy smoker, breathing, all that crap in the Gulf War.
I turned 64 this month, Angelo. And I have 87% only of my lung capacity because I smoke.
Yeah. Brass, by the way, thank you for your service, man. You too.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Dying, Freezer says, many ways of dying. I pretty much seen it all at this point. Yeah, I get it.
But that doesn't mean
Agile says, what's up, Greg? Just so you know, DM Greg, I went all in for you. Nice. Thanks you, dude, so much, Agile. You're the best.
Thanks,
Agile, here we go. He says soft cover module PDF and cover art. Yeah, $45. I mean, that's a bargain too, dude.
It is.
It really is. Yeah.
I should ask you while we're on the topic, Greg, you plan on retailing? Greg, you plan on retailing this through drive-through or?
PDF will be available through drive-through. I've got it all set up and ready to go. The way they process it, maybe you already know, but once I hit the publish, go public, 3 to 5 days, they'll have it out there. So I got to wait.
Right.
I want to make sure all backers get all their stuff at the same time.
Right? I wanted to ask you too, though. Is the price on drive-through going to be just a little bit higher, maybe, than it was on the Kickstarter?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome. I
always
tend to do that.
Yeah. Well, yeah, you always double click on that, Chris. It's going to be cheaper to do the Kickstarter than it will be to actually buy it later on that's the incentive to really, if you're going to buy it now when it's cheaper. You know what I mean? So
I can't go out to every backer and fix their car, but I can find other ways to say thank you.
That's super, super cool. And you're going to be running this at EggCon.
I am. Saturday afternoon. I got one session.
You got one session. Okay, I thought you were doing two. Okay, I misunderstood when we talked.
Oh no, I got two at Little Wars. You're right. I got two at
Little Wars. That's what it was. Little Wars. Little Wars. Yeah, and that's HMGS. Little guys. Yeah. I gotta make Little Wars one of these days. We have one on the Pacific. I think it's not Mini Wars. What do they call it? Oh my God, I'm going blank for that. Harmon runs that one on the West Coast. You know who Harmon Ward is?
I do not.
Yeah, he's the head of the Pacific side. I'm gonna have him on the show sometime.
That's not Worldcon, is it?
No. Okay. Oh God, now I need to look.
Isn't there a Pacific Con? Is that maybe what you're thinking? No.
HMGS PW convention, and it's in Fullerton, where we historical PSW Pacific Southwest, that's what I'm part of, is the Pacific Southwest.
Right now you're not.
Well, I mean, that's what I'm a member of, I guess.
Canadians maybe think of you as being.
So yeah, they have in October we have Mini Wars and Sand Wars in Arizona in May, and then there's Advanced Con too, which is in San Diego.
The HMGS out here is in February, I want to say.
HMGS.
You're in Wisconsin, right? So you're part of the.
It'd be the same one you go to if you go to HMGS.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same. It would be the same one on the
So
Midwest to East Coast.
End of April for Midwest.
End of April, okay.
Yeah.
I hit or miss on that one, depending on whether Fuzzy Heroes is accepted as being something that should be at HMGS or not.
Right. Well, I can tell you this much from a con perspective. I'll give them the kudos what they deserve. It's a super well run con. It's a small venue.
Yep.
They get about, I think last year they had about, I'm probably going to be wrong. I'll say 350 people. I think that's approximate.
Yeah, it's not huge, but it is always well run.
It's well run. The tickets are like, I don't even know what I paid. I want to say it's probably $60 or less for a ticket.
Yeah, for the
whole weekend.
Yeah.
And then the hotel room, $100, $108 a night.
I could probably commute it, to be honest with you.
I got a room, dude. I got a room, 2 beds. If you just want to throw your gear in there, you're more than welcome.
Well, you know Harold Johnson, because of course he's HMGS. And he convinces me to go about every 4 or 5 years. And
he's a great guy. I love playing in his games. Yeah.
He's a little bit squirrely at times, but yes, he's a very old friend. So
yeah.
He'll be at AidCon, right?
He will. God, he'll have 3 or 4 different costumes a day on at AidCon.
Yeah. I'll hit him up to get him on the show.
Yeah.
Chat with him. Yeah.
I'm only running one session at EdCon, Angelo, in the Saturday.
Yeah, you're gonna.
I wanted to get in that Ernie Gygax
tournament,
annual
tournament,
right?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, and I'm an adventurer badge, so I'm probably not getting. I don't get to pick my games till the 15th, and it was so cool that I forget his name. I have to look it up. The gentleman who runs the tournament. So I told you last night, right?
Well,
so
you did. Yeah, you should say it here for sure.
Yeah. So he posted on Facebook. He was looking for volunteers to run the tournament game, and I'm thinking, you know what? I'll get in the tournament game. I'll just be a GM, and that way other people can have fun. So he gave me the nod and said, "Here you go." So I guess more information coming. So Friday morning, I'll be one of the GMs running the tournament, which will be totally cool.
Yeah.
So I get in
right next to you.
There you go. We're rubbing elbows.
And we get a free copy of the module. So,
keep your hands to yourself, Chris. That's all I got to say.
Well, Eric and Donna, not Donna, Eric and Heidi are old friends as well. So.
They're so cool. They're so laid back. Yeah. So we'll do that. And then hopefully I'll pop in if I can get in time, get into Angelo's game. I think Friday afternoon. You got one, Angelo?
Yeah, I'm doing it twice. Friday after. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. I can't remember exactly the times. But yeah.
Right.
Friday and Saturday. No, Thursday. I don't know. One of the two. But yeah, that's awesome.
It's a good con. Any of your viewers here. I mean, if they aren't going to, or like if you can't, that's understandable. But if you're thinking about going to a con in July, and thumbs up, man. It's a great and what's I think is super cool is they have it at the height of tourist season in Lake Geneva. It's in July.
Yeah.
And
try to get a hotel right now.
There's people all over the place, but there's a ton of parking. You got free parking in the hotel lot, and it's just a cool convention. So
they overstaff all the restaurants, they overstaff all the bars, because they know that the folks will be there. You bet.
That's right. Yeah. And if you get up there early enough, last year I got up there at I think 7 a.m., parked in the lot, walked over and had breakfast, and then the whole day just started. It was fantastic. So,
but if we have 2 minutes to rub together and call our own, Greg, I'll show you Gary's house. It's only about 2 blocks away from the con site.
What is that? 330 Center Street?
Yeah. The one with the outer porch. It's a Victorian. Yeah.
The white one.
Yeah. Right off the school. Right off the school there.
I met Paul Stormberg at Paul, right? Everyone knows Paul.
Sure.
He'd be a great guest, Angelo, to have on. I met him at like Gary Con, probably 7 or 8. And he needed help with one of his games setting up. I said, dude, I got some time. I hopped in his van. We drove over to the house. He ran the game. This is when they started running the games in Gary's old house.
What, on the porch?
So, So I was so I was in that game, and just real quick, it's what your old school, Angelo will love this. He ran, I think it was the brown box version or the white box version, one of the two. But I remember in there, one of the guys killed an ogre with a dagger, and he had 1 hit point. He was a 1 hit point magic user, and he just
nice.
It was amazing. But was But Chris, I'd be more than happy to, man. I'll tag along with you. Absolutely.
There may actually be some burnout stripes still on that street from when I used to go visit my charger. Because Alex would get a big kick out of me doing a burnout when I left. So
there you go.
Wow.
Dude, you are so rich in history. It's awesome.
Or I'm just an old country boy that has some really disgusting stories. Yeah, one of the two.
So Freezer asked a question. I want to make sure we get to this comment. Well, somebody also asked. I don't know if he was joking. He said, "Who is?" God, I swear to God, I suck at pronouncing stuff. Who is Kazkuk?
Oh,
what? So
he didn't watch our video from last
night. Yeah. Greg, did you watch the video? We talked extensively about this I don't know.
Right. Dead guy. Okay.
Yeah. Dead guy. I don't want to give too much. But if you want to give the 30-second summary of who he is.
Kazkuk Mott is a play on words. It's an old Gygax reverse name. So if you read it backwards, it's Tom Cusack. Mm-hmm. He's one of my regulars in my Greyhawk campaign. He's a good friend. He's a great guy, and he's also we put in the video, right? He's vice president of HMGS Midwest.
Yeah.
There's a lot of the coordination for the con. And this year at Little Wars in Lisle is the first year we're introducing tabletop role-playing games. Ooh, so that's part of why I wrote this module too, was to launch it there, introduce tabletop role-playing, and start getting people to bring in new games and some new crowd.
Yeah.
So so that's his name backwards. That's one of the eggs in the book.
Okay, here's another question. So I'll put the video link, you guys, if you want to see it. This is the video Greg is referring to. I spelled referring wrong, but who cares?
Death Angels is 666 miles from Lake Geneva. That's demonic.
That's doable.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he is named Death Angel. So
I believe that means you can portal there, Death Angel.
so somebody just said, let me see who it is. What's your favorite alignment to roll when you role play? I can start out. Well, I'll tell you.
Go ahead.
I like lawful good.
Tough to play.
It's just because I'm such a good guy. Yeah.
Right. I usually play neutral good because I'm not quite that squeaky clean.
Yeah,
you're not.
No, even as a lawful good cleric, what's the first thing I ask? Did we loot? Yeah. Okay.
well, lawful means that you're for the group, so you're just thinking about the group. Did we all loot? Yeah, because I really want you to be. I want you.
I do give away a lot of items to people that can actually use them instead of hoarding them myself, so that I can sell them later. Yes.
Right.
Reading the Duelist in Dragon Magazine, the NPC class, I did a video on it. It really opened my eyes to the differences between lawful and chaotic as far as the individual base. You know what I mean? Lawful is really thinking about everybody.
Yep.
The chaotic is thinking about yourself.
Self-centered, yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, anyways, what's your guys' take on it? What's your alignment? If you're playing a character.
I'm with Death Angel. I'm with Death Angel Shadow. Chaotic good. I typically play Rangers.
You self-centered.
See,
all about me.
I usually play neutral. I usually play neutral good because I don't.
You don't want to be labeled.
Well, and I don't always think of the party, but I do on occasion.
Yeah, you do.
No,
you're in my campaign. Chris is a lawful good cleric of St. Cuthbert, so you have to, I guess, because you worship him, you have to be lawful. So
and I have given away more items than any other person in the party.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That was part of
stuff for me that he doesn't realize how powerful it is as GM.
That was part of your channel, Angelo, was you were talking about your campaign, St. Cuthbert being your predominant patriarch.
Yeah.
My channel handle in YouTube used to be St. Cuthbert. I still hold it. No one else has it, right? I have St. Cuthbert. So that was my channel handle up until I decided to publish a module.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
obviously now I moved to the company name. But yeah, I've been running a cleric of St. Cuthbert and a ranger of St. Cuthbert for decades.
Yeah.
So good choice, by the way, for your campaign.
It's what they needed, and it's what the
Yeah,
staff-
for the major gods that are really at play, and it's all lesser, they're all
True enough,
non-greater gods, because they're the greater gods don't care about
Right.
Earth, you know what I mean, but the lesser ones do, because they so Cuthbert, Ilona, I think Ilona is a lesser god, and you, yeah, and those ones that are really kind of get their hands in there and try to do
Fang
stuff
Queen.
or
Oh no,
manipulate. Yeah.
I do have a question for you.
Yeah,
two
I
guys.
gravitate towards.
I don't know if the question came up in chat or not, because I can't necessarily see the small font on my screen. That's my fault. It's not 12 font, by the way. It's more like your 8. But my question to you is, when you play paladins, right? Because Angelo, you like the paladin class, right? That's what I understand.
I do. Yeah, I think it's yeah.
Do you start off in your campaigns as a paladin? I mean, traditionally, right, by the book, you would. However, what I've come to enjoy is making my fighters, if they want to be a paladin, they have to earn it, right? You can't just start as, I'm a great guy, and then all of a sudden you start playing a campaign and they're killing homeless people, right? So I make them prove it through their acts of goodness, kindness, law, obedience. What are your thoughts on that? Do you guys start as a fighter and make them prove it, or do you start off as a paladin?
So I have an interesting take, and I'd love to hear Chris's too. I have an interesting take on that, because I will say that I've done both ways, right? And I for campaigns I've done, so I've started them out as a prove it, and then okay, boom, you are. And I've also just you're a first level paladin. But one thing that I stick with, and a lot of people maybe don't even know this, but Unearthed Arcana made them a subclass of the Cavalier.
Right.
I don't play that way at all.
No, not at all.
They're a subclass of the fighter, and that's all there is to it. And I also use the plethora of paladins from the Dragon magazine, which everybody knows that was probably one of issue 106 of Dragon magazine, probably one of the most famous.
He has it.
I have it right here.
He has it within reach.
I do. Now I'm making myself look bad because I can't.
Well, the camera's on your butt right now, so yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to get a date.
So this is probably my favorite cover art of any, because I mean, this is the lawful good version of the succubus. You know what I mean? I fell in love with the succubus, and I also fell in love with Lady Valshea. You know what I mean? What year was this that this came out? This is probably 84, I think. So but I also use them too, and but I customize them to kind of work into my campaign, because if you look at a lion, a lawful neutral paladin, they are very tied to what are those weird things in Monster Manual 2, the Mygons, or what are they called? The weird block shaped creatures.
Dice? No.
Oh God.
No. I'll find it.
Yeah. But so I throw that away, and then this one's for St. Cuthbert because it makes sense. They're called the Modrons. These guys.
Yikes.
There you go. Yeah.
Right. So it doesn't make sense to me, but so I kind of customize it. But yeah, I like that path where you got to prove yourself, because why is everybody but our current paladin in the group, who just recently was stripped of all of his paladinhood because he did a chaotic act, and Cuthbert said, you are forever now a fighter, which we ought to do a show on that, because how do you handle that as a DM? But he started out with he came in and said, this is why I'm a paladin. And I'm like, perfect. Makes a lot of sense. Boom, run with it. And I like that. and Chris knows this, I'm kind of a DM like that, where if you can give me a reason for why something is happening, not this freaking 75-page backstory that I got to read, because I'm not going to read it. I'm not going to read it.
How about 45 pages? Oh,
but
Yeah.
if you, yeah. But if you can tell me, in a very specific reason why you are what you are, and it fits into to our game, oh my God, let's run with it. 100%. Yeah. So, I like that. I like that. I like that a lot.
I didn't ask to,
Rodons,
I didn't ask to set up, one or the other. Both are viable means, right? Like you said, if you have a player that can play a paladin, let him be a paladin. If you have a player, like sometimes in my campaigns, I'll have a player who wants to be a paladin because of the power. And I'm like, yeah, I know your play style. You're going to start off as a fighter. You're going to have to prove it, right?
Yeah.
And being a paladin, like you just found in your game, it's not easy to maintain paladin.
No.
It shouldn't be.
No, it's not.
Well, see, and I always told paladins that wanted to start in a campaign game of mine, you get to choose your backstory from one of two categories. Either you've been a ward of the church since before you can remember, or you're the son of a noble family, and you're the son that has been earmarked for the church as part of the devotion to the church. They give one of their children over to the service of, which, by the way, is a very Catholic thing too. But at least from the Catholics I know, and I have a lot of Catholic friends. I have nothing against it. But and so the thing is, though, they have a sheltered view of life, and so they are the epitomal lawful good. So, for instance, if lawful good is a spectrum, they're way over on the one side, and it's okay if they find out through play that they're maybe not quite as straight of an arrow as they once hoped to be, as long as they don't go too far. If you tell a little white lie once in a while, it's not going to bite you in the butt. But if you kill somebody when everybody else is not looking, no, that's going to be a problem. Going to be a problem.
Right.
Yeah, and that's how this current paladin, our group, and we'll get on the end of the month and really kind of talk about it, because all the players have agreed. We're all going to get on for a live stream and talk
just
about.
Issued a challenge.
Yeah. And that's funny, because the paladin, he saw the magic users in the group threw in a fireball on a bunch of goblins, killed them, and then there was a person being tortured in the middle of that, and he thought that was a horrible act to do. And instead of stopping and maybe arresting him or doing something like that, he chose to attack him. And I thought that was a very chaotic act,
especially without warning.
Well, and also
no warning at all.
No warning at all. And you can think of it the other way too, because St. Cuthbert is the god of justice. You know what I mean?
Right.
He is, and what does that mean? Because some of his sayings are swift justice.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it really could have been right, but I felt as a DM that was, and everybody else in the group did too. So I thought it was it was one of our best role-playing sessions ever.
It was. Justice would have been just as swift if he'd thrown his shield to the ground, unsheathed his mace, and said, "You need to answer for that right now."
Yeah. Instead of just
taken.
Yeah. Instead of just kind of like thief-like, just going for the surprise attack.
Oh, he's not looking. I'll gloop him.
That's dishonorable in my in my book. That's kind of dishonorable, and and they have to live by a code of honor of some sort. So,
a question to you, Angelo, on that scenario, and you're the GM, right? That's you're the final rule. But question is, what weapon did the paladin attack the mage with? Was it a blunt weapon or was it edged?
It was a holy mace that has been made holy by St. Cuthbert.
Yeah.
So he used the cudgel in swift justice to correct what he felt was a wrong. Yeah. And did he shed blood?
Did he shed blood, you asked?
Yeah.
The bard jumped right in with his sword and carried it.
Yep.
And caught the blow.
So maybe if I can petition for the paladin.
Yeah, it's a very thin line right there.
Maybe atonement
I have
Oh.
a necklace of prayer beads, and 2 of them are atonement beads.
Yeah.
So I can work with this guy.
And I wouldn't allow it. He's got to do a little bit more than an atonement bead. So when they get back to where the temple is that they all kind of, where Chris and the paladin come from,
right?
They're going to deal with it then. He's eventually going to get his paladin hood back, but he's got to do something, a deep atone, like not just, here's your pass.
Bring me the head of a type 6 demon. Yeah, there you go. Baylor head. No big
have them gift 5 memberships to your channel. There you go.
Exactly. Yeah. Dr. Phobos, get on there and give 5 memberships, and I'll give it to you. No, I mean, I have some ideas.
Wand of Orcus,
and I also just kind of want to see what the group thinks too, because I like to hear from the.
I think I want my 15,000 experience back, but I'm not going to see it, so it's all right.
Yeah. Well, Chris over here, which it's almost a breakable device in the game. You know what I mean? He found a prayer bead necklace that that's in the DMG, that magic item. And you have to randomly roll what each bead is. And he rolled the one that he's able to call the god for a 90% chance of success any single time he wants, once a day, I think, or something like that.
Right.
And, that puts the DM in a real predicament. So I said, okay, you do that. Guess what? It's going to cost you. You know what I mean?
As it should.
The last time he did that, he lost 10,000 XP for doing it.
Yeah.
The first time, all we had to do was this little quest where we had to take down an entire temple. Okay. Yeah. Which we did. I thought that was a good trade. And
that just so happens
to help the paladin. What wasn't to help me, it was to help the paladin.
Yeah, and that just so happens to be the scenario I'm running at ACON.
There you go.
Right out of the game. But anyway, so yeah, super cool. I mean, God, I love D&D. I just love it.
You should figure out what you want on the cover, Angelo, because I have a guy on the coast that will work for us for really little money, and he does great work. If you liked the cover of Reign of Terror, for instance, do you remember that one or no?
Yeah, I do.
He did that one, and he's really dirt cheap. He's like, I think that cover was $250. We probably have to give him about $350 now.
I was actually gonna ask Darlene if she'd do a variation of the succubus for my cover.
She probably will. I don't think you'll get it quite that cheap, but
Yeah.
I'm broker than you, so
Yeah. No, I don't know.
Is that a word? Is broker a word?
I think
broker a word.
I was a broker for about 16 years, so let's hope so. Yeah.
That must be dwarvish.
Broker. Good. But yeah, I mean, it's very, it could go either way. I like your rebuttal with that. Like because it's really, I don't know. It was one of those situations where you had to be there and had to kind of see like, whoa, okay, this is kind of chaotic that you didn't stop.
Right.
You just reacted. You didn't stop, think about it, give the opportunity of the person.
Not thinking about it first, not terribly lawful.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, what's cool about
and I'll tell you what I kind of drilled into, and my stance on it was, you guys are here for a very specific reason, and this act, killing this magic user or doing whatever you're going to do,
imperiled that mission.
Totally does. And
I know.
there's a bigger picture that and I think that Cuthbert would be okay with utilizing his resources, even though they don't agree with him. A lesser god would be like, hey, as long as I get
tried
this
to utilize the resources, and it cost me huge experience. I don't know.
Yeah.
I was just asking my God for a sneaky way to get us into the slave hold, and I wanted a few items, and I was like, and if you need something as means of recompense, a quest here or there, special items for your churches, let me know. And what did he say? Oh, such a weakling that you would ask for such. I'll get you in the slave hold, dude. Boom. And it's like, what did I forget?
Yeah.
I can't remember it.
So I have a question for both of you guys, because this has come up between me and the player. And so when a paladin stripped of all of his abilities, right? So Cuthbert basically said, give the mace to Chris. You cannot use it. You cannot use it anymore, right? Because it was a variation of the mace of Saint Cuthbert, right? Give the holy the Book of Common Sense to him too. I don't want you doing anything, blah blah blah. You are no longer a paladin. So all your abilities are stripped. You are a fighter now. What does that mean mechanically? So the Lions XP path is nasty. It's way like for them to become second level, for instance. I don't know if you guys remember this, but
Drag on the money.
It's way up there. It's not the 2,500 that a normal paladin would need. I think. Let me double check because I want to not misspeak here. A Lion first level. Yeah, so to get to second level, they need 5,000. So it's almost double. You know what I mean? So think of the XP track they have. So let's say he's at 100,000 XP, which and these are fictitious numbers. 100,000 XP. He's a 6th level Lion. If he became a fighter, that 100,000 XP ports over to a fighter, and now he's maybe 8th level. I disagree with that. I think he stays on that same XP track. Etc. What is your guys' take on that?
I would say that he shifts to the other track, but he's still 6th level, and he just loses that extra XP down to whatever mid 6th level is for fighting.
Yeah. I would say that's the appropriate path. I mean, I could see, because I've thought about that too, Angelo, is would I make him a fighter with the equivalent experience? But now that you actually have a real situation in front of you, I'd say same level, lose the experience, put him at the middle of the next. It's like getting hit by a level drainer, right?
Yep.
Go to the middle of the next.
Really good idea. That's a great idea. I never thought of that, guys.
Well, that's why you have Greg on.
Now there's one more conundrum here, though, Chris. A Lion has a 12 hit die, a D12 per level
12 hit dice. Yes.
Yeah. So what do you do there?
D10s. I would remove 2 points per hit die, or what is the average on a two-sided dice roll is 1.5. So he's level 6. You're going to remove 3 hit points. I'm sorry, 1.5 per. So if you get 6,
yeah, I mean you can do an adjustment.
No,
so
it's
you
6
would
hit points total.
So you're leaning on there being a kind of an adjustment of some sort.
Yes, and I'm sorry, it would be 6 hit points total. For whatever reason, my math went bad on me. It never.
Yeah, because the average for a D12 is 6 or 7.
And the average
right?
the average for a D12 is actually 7 because there's no 0. Okay,
right.
And the average for a D10 is 5.5 or 6. Yeah. So he's going to lose 1 point per level, which is 6 points.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. 6 points. Yeah. Now, what about when he does atone and he becomes that again?
He gets a max.
Keep track of what he loses, and just after atonement,
I would just wrap it over. So, for instance, if he gets to be 10th level before he's a paladin again, you're going to give him 10 points back on top.
Yeah.
Because it's just the difference on the average between the two. That's all.
What would you do with XP? What would you do with XP then?
I would still ratchet him back to 6.5. But when he becomes a paladin again, you're going to have to ratchet him up to the middle of whatever level he's at. So if he's 10th level, when he becomes paladin again, he's going to be whatever halfway through 10th level is on paladin's chart. He's going to get a whole bunch of freebies.
Man, that's kind of lenient, man. I want to be in Chris's game. I don't know, Chris.
Chris is a players like him. Let's say that.
My mom hates me, but no.
I was going to say I had a little bandwidth issue going on there, but I was going to say,
yeah, you're good now.
If as a fighter he gets the 10th level, right in Chris's scenario, and then he atones and he provides what you need as a GM, and you allow him to be a paladin again, I would say the experience that he's at doesn't change, and he is at the level of paladin equivalent to that experience level. You don't have to make him whole, right? You don't have to say you lost 40,000 experience when you became a fighter. Now that you've atoned, I'm going to give you back that 40,000. You don't have to. I mean, you could.
But you could also ask him if he's willing to make that sacrifice to become a paladin again, too.
That's right.
Yeah.
And there's a penalty. There's your final atonement is that you're not getting back all of the experience. Thank you for your proving, but here you go. Now you're an 8th level paladin.
Yeah,
Let's say.
maybe that's part of the atonement.
right.
Is you
get boned. Yeah, totally boned.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's funny how we're.
I was kind of leaning on the fact that he would maintain that lion. And I looked everywhere, sage advice, and I looked in forums, and I'm like, wonder what people did. So yeah, hearing from you two guys, I think that's the route to go. As he's now on the XP track of a fighter.
Let me throw one little bit of intrigue for you back in there, because I think you'll find this fun, but do it however Angelo would do it.
Yeah,
you leave him one small, what do I want to say? One small effect, whatever you would sign him. Okay, you can detect chaos. You can't do anything about it other than detect it. Okay, once per day, you can get back 3 hits by laying on hands or something small, but that is a remnant of his paladinhood to continually remind him what he has lost. That's if I were Cuthbert, I'd do it that way, but I'm not Cuthbert, actually.
Now, who is the paladin? Who's the player? It's not you, Chris, is it?
No. Michael.
Okay, all right.
If you've ever seen a Dr. Phobos in the chat, that's him.
That's him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been on the live stream a couple times.
Yeah. It's funny how, and I don't know if we're missing any questions that you absolutely have.
Yeah, I'm sorry guys. Yeah.
We were getting pretty deep.
Yeah, I love these conversations, and I'm sorry guys if we
and Drag, you forgot and the side of bacon. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Right. No, I was gonna say I have a paladin story from an earlier con experience.
Please do.
And I'll try and keep it within 2 minutes. So, long story short, we start the game. We're at a con. We got a full table. I think it was, was it Metzner running it? Because it was at a Gary con, and I think it was Metzner running it. Yeah, I think it was. I'm almost 100% positive. So we get on horseback, we ride to the tower, we scale the wall, we start at the top of a tower and work our way down. And as the party's going down, and I was an elf thief magic user. So we're going down the stairs. The party gets swarmed by bats. So there's bat guano all over the stairs, so they're slippery. I'm a magic user thief. Was that it?
No, that
was Pitfall. That was my copy of Pitfall.
So I'm at the bottom of the stairs, and there's giant centipedes. And behind me is the paladin and another guy.
Are you sure this wasn't Jim Ward?
Was it Ward? It was one of those guys, man. It was
Lesser Tower of Doom.
Does it sound like what I'm explaining?
Yes, it does. I'm trying to find it. It's up here.
All right.
Keep going with your story. Chris will
keep going.
So I'm at the bottom of the stairs, and you can see treasure chests off to the side. And these centipedes start coming up. I'm like, oh, crap.
Oh, my God. The worst thing ever.
So the guy behind me says, I go in for an attack. I say to, let's just say it was Frank. I say, I step back. He goes in. Yeah. The paladin's now behind me. Long story short, we fight the centipedes. The dude who goes in front of me gets bit and fails his save.
Oh my God! That sucks.
Now it wasn't instant death; it was dying death. Right?
Yep.
It was a longevity. He's going down, and we see the treasure chests. And the paladin says, "This is so classic." I know I'm an asshole for doing it. Oh, I just got demonetized. He says, "I go over to the chest and I look at." Let's just say it's Frank. I look at Frank, or I look at the GM, and I say, "Would the paladin really do that?" And the paladin,
you're a jerk.
The player at the table looks at me and goes, "Huh?" I say, "Well, GM, he's a paladin. He's lawful good, and his peer is dying. How much time does the peer have?" He goes, "Can he get him back to town?" He goes, "Yeah." When the GM said yes, I said, "Well, wouldn't the paladin save him first before going after treasure?" It was so awesome, dude. It was so much fun.
This doesn't ring any bells, does it?
Dude, I gotta look at that. Can you bring that to
I think I only have this one. I'm gonna look for the map here. Hang on a second.
Here, show the cover again.
I'm gonna have to look that up.
Yeah, we can't see it.
There you go. Tower of the Scarlet Wizard. I'm gonna write
This
that
was
down.
the precursor to Lesser Tower of Doom.
Oh,
He loved towers. Jim did. That's why I'm thinking it's one of Jim's.
okay.
Do you remember Clockwork Beehive?
I don't. I
Okay.
don't. I'm trying to find.
I'm looking for your centipedes.
I mean, we entered through a tower. There we go. I got my notepad. What was the name of that module?
Tower of the Scarlet Wizard, and the one I think you were playing in though was Lesser Tower of Doom. Monty Hall's Lesser Tower of Doom.
Monty Hall. That's. I'm gonna look that up. This is cool. It was so much fun though, and just having those moments, right? Like in your game, Angelo, you have that moment where you got to make these decisions. One of the best parts of AD&D.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool. Very, very cool. Well,
Thanks
you
for
gave me
finding that,
something to
Chris.
think about on how to handle that. So that's cool. Yeah, there's no talent. What year do you think that was that you were playing that game?
Chris or me?
2014 or 2000.
So I'm asking Greg what year he was playing the game he was talking about.
Right.
It was probably, Chris said 214. It was, I think 219 was my last time that I was able to make one. So it was probably around there. Yeah. 2013, 2012, 2014.
Yeah.
Had to have been.
That's crazy. I wonder if I met you there because I was there at GaryCon 2013 all the way to 19.
Yeah. Yeah. We were there at the same time.
I wonder if we crossed paths. And that was when the con was smaller too, which I really liked it when it was smaller.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a great con. It really is.
Yeah.
It's a great con. You just gotta decide what's right for you and your gameplay and what you can handle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Chris, did you find it? Chris, did you find it?
No.
All right, Mark the Shark. Take care, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Oh, there's a whole other stuff up there.
Appreciate you hanging.
God, we are just going. We're going deep in the old school.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
The history books, man. This is awesome.
I'm like a 50s band. I get around.
Yeah. Chris, I don't think you're going to find it. All you're going to find is my copies of stuff up there.
Right?
This guy. Woo!
I bet he's got an archive in that room.
Did you have this copy when you were growing up? Did you get Dragon magazines?
I did. I don't recall that one. The one that I hold now is I think it's 148. It's with the Deck of Many Things.
Oh yeah.
That's the only one I have. I picked up that one because I took the Deck of Many Things out and I laminated them and I use them in my Teagle Manor because they're in one of the rooms.
Nice.
So when I run Teagle Manor, I have those on hand. And every once in a while, I'll throw one of the cards into a game just to entice the players to go try and find the whole deck.
Yeah, I've done it too. Oh my God. It's
yeah, but no.
Yeah, what's really good about this one, I think there's a lot of really neat articles that I've incorporated in my game, and that's the Paladins. And then also there's a Ranger Redefined article. There's the more range for Rangers. There's just a lot of really good meat. And
I think he found something.
No, this is just to make no,
I need that. I really love the Merp Ice.
I'm not gonna be able to leave you alone in my office. I could tell.
Yeah, I'll be there, and
my office is clean, honey. What happened?
July.
I know.
Chris is off the rails. He's going through all his memorabilia.
What are you doing, dude?
I'm going through what's just right here.
How did I focus on him?
There's piles and piles more, dude. There's piles and piles more.
Oh my God. Yeah, these old magazines are such a treasure trove of great stuff.
They're awesome. Yeah, back in the day, I had many of them and I read them. I mean, when they were being published, right? And they still are, right? Isn't it? No, Dragon's done.
Dragon's done. Yeah, it stopped at 350, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, they had a big number. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they have,
Fracking Cylon. Fracking Cylon. Good to see you, man. I've seen you before on here. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, man.
That was a common Battlestar expression.
Yeah. Is that how you pronounce it? Fracking Cylon?
Yeah.
Fracking, yeah, okay.
They wanted to be able to swear without swearing, so everything was fracking this and fracking that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't about getting more oil out of old wells.
Yeah. Good to see you. Yeah, Mark the Shark says I have to get up in 7 hours and I need my beauty sleep.
We all do. I mean, I do.
I'm ugly. Whatever.
Oh, hey, I just found out that what the hell? I might as well say it. Michigan won, right? Michigan won tonight, and it was between me and my niece in our NCAA tournament.
That's basketball. Okay.
And I wanted her to win.
Nice.
I had Michigan.
That's really good.
The excuse for
taking money from a child? Yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I wanted her to win. Yeah, that's it. Okay. Yeah.
Well, we had Easter over the weekend, right? Everyone,
right.
Angelo, you celebrated Easter. We had Easter dinner, and we watched the U of I game, and then we watched the Arizona game. And as we were leaving, I looked at my niece. I said, 50-50 right now. We both win. We'll split the money. And she's like, I don't know. I said, your call. I walk out the door. So, I gave her the chance, but I guess Michigan pulled it off tonight. So I just wanted to say, who's ever in the NCAA tournament.
When are you going to Vegas, Angelo? Because it sounds like he's jonesing really bad for Vegas.
Angelo or me?
Yeah. Angelo is going to Vegas. So
he's going to set records down there.
Just, throw
last
that on and drag him along with.
Yeah, last time I was there, which is 3 weeks. I don't go to Vegas I guess I go probably more than the average person in Montana goes, but
more than
I was there 3 weeks ago because anyway, so dental stuff. Anyway, so I won enough on the craps tables to pay for my trip. Yeah,
nice.
So I usually do really well I love craps. Craps is my game. I usually do really well when I'm by myself. And if I bring somebody along or I'm with somebody else, I usually, for some reason, don't do as well. I don't know why.
Right.
Yeah.
Have you ever been out to the stations? I guess there's 6 or 8 stations around Vegas. They're all casinos that are tied together. You ever been to one of the stations?
No.
Ever hear of them? Okay. Yeah, that's they've got this best beat that goes on where it's in the 2 or 3 different levels of what is that poker game that goes around the table? You get the small blind, the big blind.
Pygo or
No. It's very popular. If you guys don't know,
7 card.
I think it's 7 card. With you got the river in the middle of the table.
Oh
yeah. I mean, it's poker. Yeah.
Hold 'em.
Texas Hold'em.
Yep.
All right. I think that might be it. So they've got these stations around there. It might be something while you're down there just to look into. And they run a bad, or at least when I was there last, they run a bad beat, and it keeps rotating. So it's good night, Brass Monkey.
Yeah. Good night, Brass. Take care, man.
So it's 4 of a kind beats. When 4 of a kind beats a lower pair of 4 of a kind, they hand out winnings. So let's say the bad beat today is, 4 queens, right? You got to beat 4 queens to pay out. So that when 4 queens, so they do this, and I sat down at the table once, and within 15 minutes, all these alarms are going off and everyone's cheering at the table. I go, what the hell just happened? They're like a bad beat. 4 kings beat 4 queens at one table. Yeah. So everyone shared in the pot. So that's something to consider doing. You sit at a table, you could potentially win from this pot that continues to grow over and over again.
Yeah.
So it's a progressive Texas Hold'em
player.
Yeah.
At all.
No, not a Texas Hold'em player. Just craps.
I'm not a big poker player. Yeah, I suck at poker, to be honest.
You'll laugh, Greg. I'm a slot machine guy.
Oh, there
I
you go.
can actually, not as good on the newer ones, but on the old mechanicals, I was about 85%. I could
really
tell you, yeah.
That's awesome.
Well,
I hate
machines like me. People, but machines, yeah.
It's one of my favorite movies, Casino.
Yeah, great movie.
That is a great movie.
I found this too, Angela. The entire first year of Legends magazine on CD.
Jeez.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
that's
Wow.
well. Wait a minute. Let me see that again. I recognize that. Yeah.
Well, Legends magazine was run by my good friend who has since passed away, Dan Lewis, and Nita Glazewski, who has not passed away. She's still around. Although I believe she's Nita Lewis now because they did get married. So.
Yeah. So yeah, but I'm saying I recognize that specific copy. I think wasn't that mine?
That's not yours, no. Yeah.
Oh.
It's another one of Angelo's. Everything
Yeah,
Angelo's trying to find his shit, and it's all at Chris's house.
Yeah, it's all, I know. I'm wondering where everything's at. It's over in Chris's shelf. Dreg says, oh no, Death Angel says, when I lived in Vegas, people used to cash their paychecks at the station casino cashier's window. They give you a scratch off for a chance to win something. That's fun. That's funny. Oh God, yeah.
They wanted you to come in the casino, yeah.
Right.
And then Dreg says I suck at blackjack even though I memorized it all. Yeah, I've been doing pretty well. I do okay at poker.
Do you ever put gambling in your D&D campaign?
What's that?
Do you ever put gambling in your D&D campaigns? I do.
I have. I have in
yeah.
the past. Yeah. Have you?
I do it because otherwise, occasionally there gets to be inflationary creep because I give too much treasure away on occasion. Okay. And it's nice to the guys because they still get the experience for the treasure. But when everybody's running around with 20, grand in a bank account somewhere, there's no incentive to need to get more.
Yeah.
And then they want to start building castles and raising troops. So you give them some gambling on the side, they lose their buns, and yeah.
That's the hard part, Chris. You just brought up one of the hard parts I find, even in campaigning for long periods of time, is getting a player character to the level of like Lord as a fighter or a ranger, to that level where they can build a keep, and then actually building and maintaining a keep. It's almost like that threshold is you get to it and then something pivots, right?
Yeah. Well, and unfortunately, if they're good at it and they do manage to maintain the keep and have, 200 serfs working for them on 20 plots of land,
right,
their character gets sidelined.
Yeah.
There's no time for adventuring. And so we used to just take those characters. Okay, he's in Valhalla. Now, what's Valhalla? That's, all the retired characters. And by the way, there's one stone in my campaign generally that you could use to summon any character from Valhalla for one adventure as an NPC.
Huh?
So people are always trying to get their character from 6 years ago back in the game.
Right.
What if I send my real character back and I keep the Valhalla guy? No. Yeah. Everyone always trying to pull something. I don't know.
Chris, tell me if you're short one adventure or one encounter on your Castle Wolf.
I will tell you.
I've got one for you.
Okay, I don't think so. Now, Greg, okay, and here's an exclusive for the DM Angelo show and friends. I actually have one more fantasy project planned after this one. Now, you've read the backstory, so you understand what I'm about to say, whereas people watching the show will be scratching their little head. I plan on creating the island of Atlantis and giving sections of it to various designers and saying, do what you want. You can put together any type of civilization you want. They can be, animal based, they can be humanoid based, they can be whatever you want. You're only allowed a maximum of 11 survivors because you're not just going to give me the civilization, it will be a fallen civilization. And the only way, of course, to find the island of Atlantis will be a dimensional portal of some kind, dimensional travel. So, but I'm going to give 7 designers, 7 sections. I'm going to take the 8th. Do whatever you want to do. And there are no holds barred. Absolutely. Do whatever you want to do.
I thought the next project was going to be I don't know if I should say it.
The Warden, yes, but not the next fantasy project. I have one more fantasy project, and believe it or not, dude, I don't know if I'm going to write more fantasy after that. I'm an old man.
What is the status of the Warden?
Well, it's here.
Well,
it's right here. The Warden.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Let me see that one again. Let me look closely at that one.
Oh, is that yours too, Angelo?
Oh.
Yeah, that's my copy. Why do you
7
always
hardwood and some god awful number of pages. Yeah. Anyway, but no, they're but yeah, I have one more fantasy thing. I might do one more egg pay. We'll see. I kind of want to do Don't Be That Guy. So.
Well, you should keep keep doing fantasy. Let me ask you this. So what is the status on Metamorphosis Alpha?
It's waiting for me to get done with Castle Wolfman.
Oh, okay. So
so that we can.
Is it public information, public knowledge, and
they have not chosen a Kickstarter date yet, but they're hoping to window late July.
Oh, okay.
And I'm going to put a crew together again to rewrite the final edition of the rules for the all new final edition Metamorphosis Alpha. Yes.
Wow.
And generally speaking, and before everybody gets too excited about that, if you have in some way had any material published by any publisher anytime for Metamorphosis Alpha, you are on the invite list. If you have not previously contributed, you probably aren't.
That's one game I've never played. I've never played that game.
It's funny. I fell in love with the source material when I was first playing D&D because I loved the whole doomed starship trapped in the void, right?
Right.
And it was a different role-playing game than anything else out there because the world was finite.
Right.
You know, instead of a game that would last forever, it actually had it was a game that would eventually have an end. And then the idiots at TSR, and yes, I can call them that because I knew all of them, never did a source book for it. So I caught Jim about 8 years ago, and I said, Jim, why has there never been a source book for Metamorphosis Alpha? I don't know. We just never got around to writing one. We're going to do it. We're going to write one now. Boom. And that's 4 years ago, 5 years ago, we did that. That one came out just before Lance, if I remember. So that'd be 5 years ago. Yeah.
Nice. That should be it. That'll be a huge Kickstarter.
Well,
just the brand alone, you know.
You'll get a kick out of it because of how you named your last module. There is an insane android on one level named Knarf Retznem, and he thinks he's the captain and that he runs everything, but he really isn't. He's just an android. Yeah. Knarf Retznem, yes. Yeah. Everybody's going, wait a minute.
Well. So that's been green lighted then for sure.
Oh yeah. Well, I kind of orchestrated the deal where Jim sold the rights because he needed the money. There was a lot of money that changed hands, and those rights were actually sold 4 years before he passed. And we did manage to keep him out of debt for about 6-7 months. I mean, it was pretty incredible. I am hoping and kind of putting the screws to the folks behind it as well that we toss a little bit more money to Jim's widow with this anyway, even though they own all the rights. Doesn't matter. You know, right is right, wrong is wrong.
Right.
And yes, I'm still neutral, but a little awful, I guess. I don't know.
Now, wasn't there? What was it on this show? I heard was someone's in charge of distributing, donating Ward's gaming estate, like all of his products and his materials.
Somebody's going through it with Breck. Now, Breck is his one. I don't know if it's his oldest son. I think he might be. Really good guy, Breck Ward is. And I talk to him on occasion during the year. But I forget who he's working with. But yes, somebody's going through it. Dude, Jim's house was packed to the roof line. I mean, there were aisles to, with stuff. And he never dove in. I told him, I said, get somebody working on that while you're here.
Right.
Why not use that money? Oh, well. Oh, and we all may also see next year a revitalization of the Dark series that we did under Eldritch. Dark Outpost, Dark Visitor, and Dark Colony. As well as the fourth one that never got published, but that Jim and I worked on called Dark Legacy. But that's next year. And this is why I'm saying I think I have just one more fantasy project left in me. Just one.
Yeah.
I want to work on my hot rod one of these years. So yeah.
Wow. It's a lot of stuff.
Well, and I have a board game I'm trying to sell to somebody right now too, calling Escaping the Warden, which is kind of fun. But I was told that I need to write a slightly more cooperative version because the cutthroat version, nobody wants cutthroat games anymore, Chris. And I don't know. I love cutthroat games.
I want somebody to play this with me at EggCon.
Oh, that's a shame. I mean,
Oh, vampire. There you go. Is that bricked? Is that what they call it when they put it in plastic? Is that bricked?
No, this is how it came. Yeah.
that's a micro game, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Okay.
That's
I
the
thought
micro
that was
game,
like graded. Oh, okay.
No. You mean slabbed. No, it's
Slab.
not.
That's right. Not brick. Slab. Is there a difference, right? Brick, slab, concrete.
Well, it's an
Yeah,
undead
same,
game, so it's
same
slab.
thing. Different. Yeah.
Oh,
Same
no.
thing.
Yeah. I've seen some really cool items slabbed. And then I almost bid on a few of them or went after them. And I'm thinking to myself, if I got that, I'd want to play it. You know what I'm saying? I'd want to
Yeah.
bust it open and play it.
Yeah.
Well, here's
Yeah,
something.
Hey, buddy.
Uh-oh.
So just to show you something kind of crazy I've been getting into lately is, have you ever seen Circus Maximus?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. You ever play it?
No.
It's a great
Oh,
game.
I played it many
I
times.
played,
I love it.
I played
Yeah.
with Tim twice, but his version was a little different.
Yeah, it's from Avalon Hill. And
Right.
I'm big into Avalon Hill. I mean, like with Squad Leader, Rick Toffin's War, all of those old school games. So I played this in 28 mil at Games Plus probably 2 months ago. And I'm like, I gotta get that game. It was so much fun. So this one here, I actually bought it on eBay. They said it was new. I get it. It's missing something. I'm like, okay, that ain't new.
Oh no.
And then I go back to Games Plus and they have the box set unpunched. So I have a punched one at home. They have an unpunched one at the game store. So I buy the unpunched, put the two together, take the best parts, reshrink it. Got a brand new Circus Maximus game. Dude, I'm like, I don't even want to get. I'm like, what am I going to do with it? I'm going to keep it, right? It goes into the museum. So that's that's something I do on the side too. Is I try and build games and then put them back together.
Yeah. God, I should show you someday my SPI and Avalon Hill collection of stuff.
Yeah.
You can't see it. It's off the side over here. The other
side.
But, yeah, man. I love all that. I love all those old games. Man.
Oh yeah,
love them
Yeah.
all.
yep.
Yeah,
See,
The nostalgia.
if I haven't played it in 10 years, I throw it in a box and it goes with me to North Texas Con and it goes on a big shelf for a discount price. And otherwise, my house just disappears under a pile of games.
yeah. Chris has been known to have at his table, his table that he's his inner city table that's selling stuff. He's known to have piles of Avalon Hill and SBI just gems
Wow.
for sale.
I got to get down. I got to get to that con. I've heard nothing but good things about that con.
Yeah,
There's
you
so
should
many
go this
good.
year, man. You should go. You should go this
So,
year. I think-
Greg,
yeah.
friend my
can't-
wife on Facebook and ask if there's room on the bus.
I can't do this year. That would have to be next year. I can't
All
do this
right.
year.
Mm.
But thank you. No,
We're game designers. There is no can't. There is no have to.
well, and
There
one
is
of the
only
things that I
do or do not.
that's
Yeah.
So
Right.
little secret for because I several of our group. Well, Chris is always there, right? Chris, let me see over here. Chris is always there, right? And for several years now, a lot of the guys from our gaming group go, and like campaign go. So there's, I think this year is gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, including myself, of us in the gaming group that'll be there. So what
That's
I
great.
do every year when they open up the rooms, I book 3 rooms. So
There you
I've filled all 3 of them. Yeah. So
See,
And,
and I just call
yeah,
up Gary and say, "Am I a special guest again?"
yeah. Well, you get a room. Yeah. But we just kind of, so you should come next year.
Well,
That'd
thank
be
you.
so super fun. Yeah.
Well, how many
All right.
how many of you get arrested on an annual basis at that con? That's my question. I want to party with you.
I'm done with that. I haven't been arrested in
All right.
16 years. So yeah.
So you're due. Okay.
That's right. That's
No.
what he's saying.
The only one who got sloppy drunk was Bill last year. So
It's a pretty, as far as like rowdy cons,
not
You
terrible.
know, I mean, every night the bar gets closed because there's a bar inside the hotel, and it stays up till 2, and you know everybody's crap faced drunk. But it's a really good vibe.
It is.
Right.
Yeah.
It's almost, and people have said this before. And by the way, you guys, this Thursday, Gary Oliver will be on the show and talking all about North Texas. Little shameless plug. A lot of people that I know that go to that, they always talk about it or use the word to describe it as a family reunion. So it's got that vibe.
There
And I
you
feel, and I love it. I love it in that aspect where, you know, every year that's where I get to see Alan Hammock, and, you know, I get to see, you know, a lot of other of my friends that I don't normally get to see. Chris, I always get to, and I'll get to see you several times this year now.
See, yeah, way at the end of the list of people he actually wants to see.
Yeah. Well,
He didn't say he wanted to see you.
I don't mention you in that, Chris, because you and I talk every day. So yeah, and we video chat too. So I get to see you. But yeah, I mean, I think where I met, I'm trying to figure out where I met. I think the first time I met you was at Gary Con. It was years
Might have been,
ago.
yeah. Might have been.
But yeah, I see Chris there every year, and you know, and now I'm blessed that I get to see you 3 times this
Lucky guy.
Paige,
Yeah.
Egcon, in North Texas. But the vibe is really good there. It's not, nobody gets rowdy, nobody's, you know, in each other's throats, and you know, there might be a little bit of drama that, you know, Chris could tell you about on the side, but yeah, otherwise it's a really great convention.
Well,
and then let me finish by saying this. One thing I really like about it is the size of it. Because if it's too big and I don't have access to a lot of things that I want to have when I'm driving 21 hours to get to, it's kind of, yeah.
It's kind of way bother, yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
And it's what, maybe 700 people.
Yeah. And the first night there's 150 people. You know,
if you think of taking Advanced Fantasy Games with, and not just going as Greg, we make more money there than any other con all year long.
Okay.
And even when we did Gen Con and Origins, we made more money there than any other con all year long. So
yeah.
Why do you think that is too? What, you know?
Because there's an awful lot of people at that con that have lots of money.
You think so?
Oh, I'm pretty sure of it.
Yeah, I think my suitcase was, I had to like leave clothes because I had so much stuff I brought back.
Right.
Well, isn't it also,
and I'm driving this time, so I can load up.
I bring 2 or 3 boxes of old crap that I think is just get it out of my house. And I usually bring back about half a box of that. And then I bring like 4 boxes of our stuff to sell. And I usually sell about 2 boxes of that. So, you know, yeah.
Yeah.
I love stumbling across old stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like out of print is the way
I'll try and lay down in front of you so that you can stumble over me.
Yeah.
I mean, run you over with
there
the
you
box.
go. There you go.
Jeez.
And I found the Fang Queen. Oh, there she is.
Oh yeah. Wait. Let me see that again.
What is that, an award? You get to win that?
The Fang Queen.
Wait a minute. That one right there. Wait, turn it around real quick. I recognize that one. Let me see the bottom of it.
I'm not sure that you recognize it from the back, though.
Wait. Does that have? Yeah, right there in the top corner. Isn't that my initials in the top corner? Got him.
Wait a minute. AC, right?
Yeah, AC. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no AC on here. I'm sorry.
Oh. Wow. Well, you guys, this was a lot of fun.
And you gonna let me get back to work?
Yeah, and you guys, I've neglected the comments. I'm so sorry. Greg's been commenting on stuff, telling us how much he loves Greyhawk. Death Angel Shadow, Agile's in here still. Yeah, you guys are the best. You guys are
need to be giving them some free stuff or something. I don't know.
Yeah, you know, I gotta, man.
You're gonna have your car. I can give you a box of free stuff to take home with you.
I got some things in line too that I'm thinking about doing. That I better not say here because I'm not. My thoughts are not all in the same place right now. But Yeah, this has been a lot of fun, man. Greg, thanks for jumping on last minute. That was really cool. Chris, as always, thanks for co-hosting this and just I don't know about co-hosting. We were all just hanging out, right? So
Right.
really wasn't any hosting.
Actually, I put it away again now, but yeah,
us just
it was
chatting,
hanging.
right? Yeah. But I do want to bring this up one last time for those of you guys that can see this. This is Greg's Kickstarter that is live right now. It's the Lost Tomb of Kazakmat, the Undying for Osric style RPGs.
That's good.
And you guys, scan that code and I recommend backing it. And it's really cool. And I want to also go down here and say, those of you guys that are that don't know about Castle Wolf Moon, the Kickstarter will be live in a couple weeks, right?
Yep.
And we will be showing this every live stream moving forward because it's definitely going to be showtime pretty soon. But yeah, scan this, and right now it'll take you to the Kickstarter page where you can be notified by it. And however Kickstarter says, I don't remember what they call it, but it's is it notify? I guess. Yeah. So,
well, and I want to tell people, because I think Angela asked earlier, will you start doing some early reveals on the show? And I will, but not on any kind of a schedule. You'll just have to watch every single show in order to catch them.
Yeah. That's
just the way
that's really cool because when is the live date on this? Oh, someone scanned the QR code. Good, thank you so much. I'll put them back.
I believe they only moved it back to the 22nd, but I believe they did move it.
Okay, yeah, it's moved to the 22nd of April. Okay, and you got 21 more days for your Kickstarter, the Lost Tomb. So, and doing really well. Like I'm looking at it right now.
I believe I backed that one, to be honest with
you. You did. Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
You did.
Yeah, and I think I did too. Oh, looks like it's gone up since the show started too. So awesome.
Your audience is awesome, man. I mean, your audience.
So really cool. I hats off to you. It's a good product. So
yeah, for a first shot, dude.
Thank you.
Yeah. Maintain that quality, that trajectory, and man, you're gonna knock it out the park, dude. So
thanks. Yeah, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to the second one. The second one's gonna be. Don't get me wrong. Love the first one. It hit on all the marks that we were shooting for. Second one is gonna have. It's gonna have more. If you like the first, you're gonna love the second. Let's put it that way.
That's really cool.
This was my first offering. Okay. I think you guys beat our asses like hands down. So now this is about 40 years ago, but still.
Well, that was in the 40s, right? 1940s.
This is 1978. So yeah.
Hey, Chris, does that have Angelo's name on the back of it?
It does not.
Everything else has Angelo's name.
Well, it did, but I erased it. So
yeah.
That'll teach you to write.
We'll get when I'm at your house this July. We'll get a closer look at that because I don't trust but verify. Yeah. So.
And if he disappears for a few days and it's in the papers and whatnot, he's probably just in the basement. I made the mistake. I let him go in the basement. It's larger. There's more stuff,
Yeah. And Greg, when it's time, when we get closer to the end, we'll definitely get it. We'll update every week on how this is going. And definitely when that next one comes out, man, we're going to do the same thing. Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Do everything we can to get the word out for this, but advanced fantasy games,
maybe get you
inner city games design.
That's right.
And DM Angelo.
We can get you a little bell for doing contests,
right?
Like a school bell.
Greg says the Angelo slabs of what? Permanence.
Yeah.
Permanence. You
guys he was talking about the slabbed collectibles, I believe. Yes.
Yeah. You guys, small words. One syllable if possible. 2 max.
Great.
Anyways, well, we went 3 hours and 8 minutes, which is awesome. And I loved hanging out with you guys. A little shameless plug real quick for what we got coming up. I already mentioned that Gary Oliver will be here this Thursday. This weekend, Saturday, I probably will not be doing the Hangout session because I will be in Vegas. Monday night, same thing. I will be still there. So I probably won't be doing this. But on the 16th, we got Heidi and Eric. They'll be here. And then the following week, Ron from Page will be here too. And I think I got a couple others coming up.
He is a nice guy.
Yes.
Yeah, he is a nice guy. Really good guy.
Actually, he's just a hoot.
And I don't know if he did announce it on one of the shows, but yeah, he asked me to come as a special guest in Next Page, which is very nice.
I didn't even get asked to be a special guest. It's
Yeah, I think I took your spot. I think I took your spot.
You did, yeah. and I saw in the company paperwork that your name's on the company. No, never mind.
Yeah. I bought a couple big items, dude, at the auction over there, and I think I just threw them in a pile somewhere. Where the hell did I do? No, not really. But I'm really happy. I'm really proud of my first print Boot Hill mint copy.
Oh yeah,
yeah. So, but anyway,
I wonder if you don't need a Boot Hill intervention, though. Honestly.
Yeah. I've been painting minis like crazy. All my Boot Hill stuff. I've been getting it ready for North Texas. So, I'm gonna go back down to 28s. All right, you guys. Well, any parting words from our two lovely gentlemen on the top over here?
I'm doing all of Algrand in 3D for the main street, that big map I showed you. So like at least this whole section here. Okay, that whole section in 3D. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
So it's going to be huge. So you're going to have to really, really kick it up a notch if you want your little western town to look better than my Dwarven City. That's all I'm saying. Just throwing it out there. It's not a competition. I know. Yeah. Mine's going to be better. So, yeah. Okay.
And Greg, parting words from you. Yeah, Chris, I didn't understand a word he said, but
that's
thank
okay.
you.
Yeah, I just want to say thanks to you guys and the audience. The support's it's awesome. I appreciate it, and thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Have a great night. Yeah.
I do want to say one parting thing. Those of you guys that are still on right now, I see there's 16 heads still on here. Number one, you guys, thank you so much for the membership gifting Agile that you did, the super chats that were done out there. All that means the world to me. I really appreciate it, and it helps keep the DM and friends trucking along. And so it is appreciated. So thank you guys so much for doing that. And I'm not going to beg, but I'm going to ask, go on to this. If you're watching, hit the like button on there, because it does help. It's right. Really weird. Like YouTube is weird. Like, if you hit the like button and you're subscribed and you watch the video, and it does something to the algorithm where it pushes it out there for more people to see and all that stuff. So every little bit you guys do really does help the DM and Friends channel. So thank you so much for all you guys are doing. I mean,
we love you.
I'm blown away. All of us are blown away. So
that's Greg. Yeah. I'm Chris. This is blown away.
Yes, I am blown away. This is Greg.
No,
that's Chris.
Okay.
All right, you guys. Well, until next time, see you guys on Thursday, and we're going to talk some North Texas on Thursday. I can't wait.
Can't wait.
Yeah, that's going to be so much fun.
Thanks,
all right, guys. Take care.
Yeah.